Homie.
Hello, my angels. It's me, Lord Nicolina, and welcome to the first episode of Angel Rise for 2024. Before we begin, I hope you're all having a great start to the new year. I certainly am, and I'm ready to roll out the blue carpet of content for this year, starting with this episode of Angel Rise. Also, the fourth incorrect quote generator video, which will have a close tie with this episode's topic, will be made sometime in the near future. Not sure when, but I hope you all are looking forward to what's to come this year. Now, let's get to the main show itself. For those who don't know, this episode I teased back in the last one, and it's one I've been wanting to do since I started playing this game. For those of you wondering what that game is, it's Splatoon. More specifically, the third game. And I have been hooked on it since just after my birthday last year, as well as the series as a whole. But how did I get involved, you may ask? It's because of two of my online friends. And as a matter of fact, they are part of this episode. Yes, you heard me right. These two friends of mine are the main inspiration I'm involved in Splatoon. And I feel it's more than fitting that I have them for my second ever collab episode. I have mentioned these two before in numerous videos, and one of them has been part of a past episode of Angel Rise. So, without any further ado, please give a warm welcome back to Angel Rise, my dear friend Kestrel, a.k.a. TenshiPichi, and give a warm welcome to the series as a whole, their handsome and Luigi-loving boyfriend, Ira, a.k.a. Rome64.
Hello?
Hello?
What's going on, you two?
Not a lot.
Yeah, not really a lot has been going on with me either, but just got done with dinner and now we're all here and yeah, I don't know, I'm excited.
Honestly, I'm pretty damn excited too. I mean, I've been wanting to do this episode for such a long time.
No, I think that's completely understandable.
I honestly don't know what else to say other than let's get right into it.
So, like, what's the first point of discussion? I don't know what the right word is.
Well, I usually could call it the topic of interest. So I was thinking that we could start off with you and Ira and how you two initially got into Splatoon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, sure, yeah, no, that could work out. So, I think when it came to, because I remember, I've known about Splatoon and have had, like, some form of an interest in it since around, I think around, like, late 2018, early 2019, I really started to look into it and I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't get like Splatoon 2. I got Splatoon 2 like maybe sometime around late 2019, but it was by the time I got it, all the Splatfests were pretty much dead, and so I didn't really get to play it all that much. Or just didn't play it much in general. But yeah, around that point, around I think it was that one. There was the one Nintendo Direct. It was in like 2021 where they announced Splatoon 3, and I remember I was really excited to see it pop up again, and it kind of, because by the time like 2020 hit, I kind of fell out of Splatoon again, and I feel like the more that it built up to the actual release of the game the next year, it just started to rebuild, and I'm kind of excited, and I was excited to give it another chance, and honestly, I'm really happy I did.
When I first heard of Splatoon, it was through one of my step cousins playing it on a Wii U that we shared. I didn't see too much of the game itself. I only saw like bits and pieces of it, and I honestly thought it looked really cool. But after that, it just faded back into my mind until Splatoon 2 was announced. And initially, I did think about getting Splatoon 2, but that thought just came and went.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I know, like, for your sake, Kestrel, what kind of was like the main start to how you got into it?
Okay, so I'm trying to remember when I first figured out what Splatoon was. Because I had a Wii U growing up, but I never knew what Splatoon was, like, ever. Somehow, even though, like, I had really unlimited internet access when I was a kid, I somehow never found out what Splatoon was. But I think around 2019, I started watching those little concert videos they had of like Pearl and Marina.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
But I had no idea who they were, so I just watched it and was like, "Oh, this is interesting." And then, like you said, the 2021 direct where they showed Splatoon 3. I remember I did not give a about Splatoon coming out. I was like, "Oh my God, big day for annoying people." And then like 2 years later,
Little did you know what was to come.
I remember my initial reaction very vividly, actually. I was like, "Why do we need a third one? Don't we have the second one on Switch already?" But I didn't know how any of it worked, so I couldn't really speak on it. And I remember I did want Splatoon 2 around the time of that Mario Splatfest, but I didn't get it. I don't remember why I didn't get it, but I didn't. And then, like, I think a year or around the time that Splatoon 3 was coming out, I kept seeing a bunch of videos about it, and I just watched it, even though I didn't have any interest in Splatoon. So I was like, you know what? I should get this game. It actually looks pretty fun.
Like, fast forward, yeah, no, because like the game came out, like, it was well over a year later, and then because the closer that it got to the release date, I was just kind of like, wait a minute.
And I played the what's it called? The Test Fire Splatfest.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I only played for like a day, but my team won somehow.
Yeah, I remember that because I remember that weekend vividly because, like, yeah, it was like, all right, look at this Splatfest, it's here. Never got to play it.
Remember we both chose Team Rock, and then we never fucking played the Splatfest together. Never plays it. I played like one game, I remember. I was really confused on what was going on, but I ended up buying Splatoon 3 anyways.
Yeah, I remember vividly. Yeah, it kind of started out when because yeah, I remember like when it came out, I did buy it on release day, and I know you did as well, and we were kind of like, yeah, no, it just kind of became like very, I don't know, it was a very interesting game and something that after playing it a while, I just started getting more into it.
I just liked the way that the little characters looked, so that's why I kept playing it.
No, that's completely fair enough. I kind of see your reasoning there, and yeah, the more we played it, I think we did. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't take too long. It was definitely like a few months went by, and then I think we started bringing it up more and more into Nicholas, like from time to time.
Yeah, because I couldn't contain my excitement for this game.
It was it was serious.
I couldn't hold it in.
No, it was impossible.
Especially when I made Athena, I really couldn't contain my like excitement over this game anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember like by the time like I don't know, it was like by the time like 2023 was like starting, it was like Roman Athena, like the ROCs for the game, we were just kind of like, wait a minute. We just kept talking about it more and more, and then we brought it up to Nicholas, and then I feel like the rest just kind of writes for itself.
I remember it. I remember it very vividly. He was like, "Oh, I'll let me look into it," and I was like, "You please play it. It's so good."
Yeah, I have to admit, Kestrel, I literally did not care about Splatoon 3 until you and Ira started sharing some of your Splatoon 3 highlights to my server.
And I remember it was when Side Order was shown off for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was when Side Order was shown that I finally broke and I said, screw it. I'm playing Splatoon 3. I'm giving this a shot. I don't care.
It's worth it.
I remember it because I was sick when not the Splatfest, the direct happened. And I was just kind of sitting in my bed eating macaroni, and I like started screaming because they added Inkopolis into the third game.
Oh my god, no, I remember that vividly. I was on my way to work on the bus watching it, and I was just sitting in my seat like going to work, and I was just like, I don't know, I was very happy. I remember I was like grinning like an idiot.
I was so excited for Spike and Annie to get their new little designs. They're my favorites from the first game.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, they're the best, and I think some of like the that's why I still keep Inkopolis on 3. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
I do too, especially because the Wii U services are going to be shutting down like what, 3 months?
God. It really sucks because the Wii U game is amazing.
It's so fun. It's like very bare bones, but like very fun.
Yeah, no, it's kind of sometimes it's fun. I don't know. I like some games, even if there might be a little more on the bare bones side. They're still really good experiences. I don't know. I'd say honestly, like it's kind of hard for me to pick between 1 and 3 on which one I like more. It's conflicting.
Well, for me, it's a relatively easy pick. It's just Splatoon 3 for me.
I get it.
I really like 1, but I also really like 3. It's very hard to decide.
Yeah, I only have 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, you only have like 2 of the games, so
Yeah.
I have, me and Ira have all of them basically.
Yeah, same. Like I don't know. Something like it's a good game.
I think my least favorite is 2.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. Like when comparing all 3.
Because I like 1 a lot, and I like 3, but 2's like kind of like the weird middle child of the Splatoon franchise.
Yeah. No, Splatoon was one of those things where it's like
Like it introduced Octolings and all that cool stuff, but I wasn't around to feel like that nostalgia that everyone else does.
I mean, I've known about it since I think even like the commercials like for like the first game like kept like popping up everywhere. Like the really old one.
You know what that reminded me of? I went back into one of my old YouTube channels when I was like 13. I had a video, an MMD video of Captain 3
What the what?
in my likes.
What? What?
I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know what Splatoon was when I was 13.
What?
What? What? Yeah, I've known about it. I think I've known about it since I was like 11, but I just didn't care about it until like a few years later.
Like, someone made this little MMD animation to like Agent 3, and I was like, oh, I guess this is cute. And I didn't know who that character was.
Oh my god.
Little did you know what was gonna happen years down the line.
Years later, I get really obsessed with every single one of those characters. Well, not all of them. I don't like some of them, but like, you get my point.
Yeah, there are some characters in Splatoon that are just kind of like, who are you?
Like Agent 4, everyone forgot who she was because she only appeared once. He or she, depending on what you played.
Yeah, actually, and now that you bring it up, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember Agent 4.
Agent Force from Splatoon 2's Hero Mode, which is like easily the most forgettable one.
Yeah, that was like, oh my god. When I got Splatoon 2, that was the only thing that I really played at that moment because I don't think I had online or something at that time. I don't remember what the case was.
I completed it in like a few days only because I really wanted to see Callie.
Fair enough. I played through like the first world and never never like played any of it since. Octo expansion, different story.
It was so good. I love Octo expansion.
Well, I've yet to play Octo expansion or the Splatoon 2 story mode, but the Splatoon 3 story mode I have played a little bit of.
I've played through it like 2 times now. I really liked it.
It's good. I haven't beat it like but I've like gotten.
And I beat the Splatoon 1 story mode too. I've actually beat every story mode because I really like the exclusive things you get from it.
Oh, that's completely understandable. Take those. Take those and walk with pride, God damn it.
I like the Octoling gear from Splatoon 2.
There you go. No, oh my god, yeah, wait, that is also an amazing inclusion.
I wish I brought some of the old gear from Splatoon 2 back. They had a lot of good gear, but it's not good enough for me to play on a consistent basis.
True. Yeah. After like I feel like after like Splatoon 3 came out, it's kind of Splatoon 2 is like fun to go back to from time to time, but it's just one of those things where it's like
Like the Octoling gear. I just said that, but the Octoling gear, why can't we have that? It's so pretty looking.
I'd love to see that in that game.
I hope Side Order does something like that.
That'd be great.
Because we really didn't get much from completing Return of the Mammalians. We just got the hero gear like every other one.
And that's another thing.
And the hero shot.
Side order also in general. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I think side order's got to be coming out. Yeah, definitely sooner.
They said it's supposed to be in spring, but I don't know if they're gonna cancel it or what. Because I don't remember how long ago we were supposed to have side order, or if we ever got a date.
We were supposed to have it like quite a while ago, and now there's just kind of like it's just delayed again. I mean, then again, it could be a good thing, but don't we usually get directs like in like some form of a direct in February? So we might actually get to see what happens then.
Yeah, in February.
Yeah.
I know because it's always around our anniversary because we watch them together.
And honestly, funny enough, February 9th last year was when I started playing Splatoon 3. That was the third anniversary that you two got together.
Yeah, I thought it was the 14th for some reason, but that's Valentine's Day. I'm confusing them.
Yeah, shit. It's gonna be almost another 4.
They kind of melt together.
Ah, gotcha.
Both of those days kind of run together for us.
They kind of melt together.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it, like when it comes to the like there's like a few things like when it comes to Splatoon 3 when you go back to another game. Something that I also am kind of surprised about when I saw Splatoon 1. I was surprised Salmon Run didn't exist.
It was introduced in 2.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that until I like played the first game like a few months ago.
We played the game a year ago.
The only game mode I really knew about was Turf War, and honestly, that's basically all I play.
I like playing Anarchy and Cinnamon Run. I like the what's it called game mode. The what's it called game mode, like you know what I'm talking about.
You know, the one.
I like to play Clam Blitz and Tower Control.
I can see I don't know. For me like every time I play like Anarchy or Ranked, I always just it gets too overstimulating. I think Turf War is enough for me.
We have to focus on killing. It's not really about turfing at all.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of like I don't know. I could just kind of prefer Turf War. But Salmon Run's also like a close second. I love Salmon Run.
Yep, I don't like Salmon Run as much as Turf War, but I still think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still fun to mess with. I don't know. I love when we get big runs.
I like playing in the private battles when we do different games, like when we play hide and seek or roller hide and seek.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. No, the fact that you can just make like weird games or try to do weird stuff in private battles, it's great.
It's fun.
Oh my god, I remember one of the clips you two shared. But back before I started playing, when I really don't know for certain. It's either Kestrel you knocked Ira off the map or Ira fell off the map by himself.
Can't remember. I don't have a good memory at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just me falling myself. I think it might have been that.
I remember there was a clip I had of someone re-slidering off of the center of Wahoo World.
Oh, that's lovely.
oh my, oh my god.
I don't know where they thought they were going.
Jeez, what the? Uh, I don't know. They had to go down to the gas station.
There's little jellies underneath the center of Wahoo World that reminded me.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The jellyfish and the little jelly guys are silly as hell.
It's kind of cute. I like when the little jellies are around in the background of the stages.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of weird little scenery and secret like little things they place into all the maps, which is just kind of great. Oh, I love that they add like little things like that. Wasn't there like
They're so cute, especially in Barnacle and Dime.
yeah,
You could see them eating. You could see one stuck in a ball pit for some reason. I
nice.
think it's so cute. My favorite is when you could see the other maps in the background of like a different map. Like in Crab Leg Capital, if you look far enough, you could see Hagglefish Market.
Speaking of hagglefish, God, what a good map.
Yep, honestly, Hagglefish Market is one of my favorite maps. I mean, while it is a little bit simple in its design, I like the little side areas that they put.
And the same can be said from the other way around.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't know what it was for. God,
I love Hagglefish. I still don't know why they randomly added a big hole in the center of the map that used to not be there.
I keep forgetting that what the pole wasn't there.
Like, what was that for? It's good for sprinkler placement, but like, why a big giant green on top of boxes? They like adding random poles in Splatoon 3 for some reason. Like the pole in the middle of Wahoo World wasn't there beforehand.
They'll look at a fine looking map and just be like, okay, where do we place this thing right here? It needs a pole dead center. Or just
I don't understand the random pole placements. They're just here. That needs a pole. Oh my god, did you guys hear that Mincemeat Metalworks is getting a redesign or a rework finally?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes, I heard.
yeah, Mincemeat is one of those maps that I always am. God, that's one of the most forgettable maps for me.
I know. I'm so happy that it isn't going to be dog anymore.
It also just doesn't have good lighting. The lighting is just real. It's depressing.
So ugly colored, like it's just a bunch of browns and greens. Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, me personally, I honestly used to hate Mincemeat Metalworks because of its difficulty to win on. But of course, as I got better, I started to like the map a little bit more. But yeah, but now I honestly don't mind it.
I'm just happy it's getting a better layout design because I hate the colors and I hated the map layout, so I just didn't like playing on it. but at least now it could be a little bit more tolerable. It also reminds me of the Mahi Mahi rework, which wasn't really too big, and also not that big of a change, even though they completely like hacked it like down from the first game's Mahi Mahi.
Yeah.
Like we played on the first Mahi Mahi. It's really nice and pretty and big.
Yeah, no, I love that Mahi Mahi. It was amazing.
I love Splatoon 1's Mahi Mahi, but Splatoon 3's is like so watered down and neutered. It's really long and small.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Why they had to just like break it down into a singularity.
What happened?
Oh, that's great. They make a lot of Tetris piece shaped maps. I'm gonna be honest.
They took they took all of the building and turned it into a Tetris piece. Not recently though. They've been improving a little bit, like with the Robo Ramen.
That's a map I haven't. Oh wait, yeah, actually,
Oh
that one was
yes.
good.
We played on it a few times. That's where I got flash banged by splash color screen for the first time.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, that's disgusting.
I hate that special so much. It's still not good even after they reworked it.
Yeah, reworking or not, it's still a special that I won't understand or won't get behind because it's ad.
I also really don't like triple splashdown. They made splashdown from Splatoon 2 worse somehow. Like it already was kind of annoying, but like you could still cancel it. But if you cancel a triple splashdown, the two other hands will still splash.
It doesn't help that like the hitbox for it is like so stupid. It's like you have no time to escape it.
It's like so large.
Yeah, no, it's one of those specials that I just am like, why you could have just kept it at the one.
Like you'll be like a butt hair away from it and it'll still kill you.
Yeah, no, and the fact that you see it almost everywhere now.
Like I don't mind using it, but like playing against it is the most horrid thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah, no, but yeah, just the fact that they had to throw it on a
Yeah, because of the easy accessibility from the Splat dualies. The other weapon it's on isn't too terrible. I think it was like the blaster or something like that.
yeah, it just wasn't all that great.
I don't know. The kits this season were kind of lacking. I think I'm just biased because none of my main weapons have gotten a secondary kit, but it was kind of lackluster this time around.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
When are we getting a new kit for Flingza and Nautilus? I'm kind of tired of the brainstorm and the little point sensor thing that doesn't do shit.
Oh my god.
I want the suction bomb from Splatoon 2 to come back for Nautilus.
Oh my god, that freaking thing. That freaking thing. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, no. Dude, Suction Bomb was crazy. It's crazy. Oh,
I would love that. That would be so much more powerful for me. I could place it right behind him and just start pushing them into a corner so they'll die either way. I love suction bomb. I don't know what I'd want for Flingza because I really like the kit it has, but I want to see a secondary one.
Continuing on with the suction bombs, a few days ago, of course I shared the highlight to my server, but I was bombarded with suction bombs. I mean, there was like around at least 7 or 8 of them coming at me in Splatoon 2.
Oh yeah, because Bomb Rush was still special in that game. Someone probably had suction Bomb Rush.
oh my god.
Oh,
So
That's like the most
horrendous.
horrific thing, as aside from the curling Bomb Rush. It's so funny looking.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, Curling Bomb Rush. That's
It's
just
just a bunch of Roombas coming after you.
Oh, Curling Bomb Rush is just fucking hilarious.
You're getting chased by a bunch of little Roombas. How could you be scared of it? They're gonna clean your toes or something. I don't know.
yep. They're gonna clean your floors and then splatter them with ink. That's what they're gonna freaking do.
I like the auto bomb ones because it looks like just a bunch of little creatures running to you.
Yeah, but going up against these things, it's honestly a literal. It's like the little things are chasing me. Like it's like there's no escape from them.
They do chase you. They lock onto you, but you can easily avoid them if you just run right before.
Yeah, but I constantly run away from them. They're locked on to me like an attention-seeking cat. I mean, what the heck?
I think because they were based off of the Seekers in Splatoon 1, which was also probably inspiration for the curling bomb.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
I missed the Seeker. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like if a curling bomb could lock onto you. They were shaped like little sailboats. They were so cute. It was so adorable. They've added like specials back. I want them to add old bombs back.
Oh my god, damn, we should get that back.
Even though the only old bomb is like Seeker.
Yeah, they don't. That's all they need to do is add Seeker in.
And the old version of Toxic Mist, I think it was Disruptor.
I think there was. I'm trying to think because there's a weapon because I play the NZAP 85. I didn't realize this until like I think it was Splatoon 2 or 1, but there was also the NZAP 83 which had the original like Famicom colors, and I'm trying to think. I wonder if we'll ever get that again.
I hope so. It was so pretty.
It looked so cool. I love like the old like Famicom aesthetic and color designing and stuff like that. It looks really cool.
It's like red and gold. It's so beautiful.
It's so good looking.
They didn't have color differentiations in really the old games, except for the Sheldon special weapons from Splatoon 1, where they had like that berry Splattershot Pro
Oh yeah.
and the pink sploosh. I don't remember what it was called. I remember though in Splatoon 2, they had really boring designs for the secondary kits. Like the Fling Zone secondary just had a sticker slapped onto the little base part.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, here, it's different now.
Yeah, come on guys, look. Give me money. Give me the money. Like, come on.
It's different now, you guys. I hope the new Flingza has like a gold finish instead of the silvering,
Oh my god, yeah.
or like a matte black finish. I wonder what a new Nautilus would look like.
Yeah, I wonder what they would use
I
for a
don't know.
color.
I'm so excited for this next Splatfest to be over and done with, so we have the new season.
Oh man.
So I could either be excited or disappointed again.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really, cause yeah, what this was a yeah, Splatoon is just kind of when it comes to I don't know, like the Splatfest and everything. What a confusing mess.
Hope we get the Kenza weapons back from Splatoon 2. Remember how beautiful they looked? They were like all black and white with like red detailing. Oh my god, they're so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of forgot about like what the because I know I've heard the Kenza name before, but I did not remember like what they looked like. But yeah, no, the black and white ones were amazing.
I remember the Kenza Dynamo was really beautiful. And so was the Kenza, one of the Kenza gals. I can't remember which one it was. I get them confused. It was the small one, not the long one, the small one. It had like it was completely black with like white dots all over it. It was so pretty.
I never really got a good look at the Kenzo weapons because of a battle and all that. But yeah, but after hearing all that, yeah, I'm pretty intrigued.
Yeah, no, there's a big rabbit hole of different weapons that aren't in like 3 that you like when it comes to looking down and really like seeing them. It's kind of surprising to see what kind of other variants that or like different like branded things that you'd find. They're really cool.
Yeah, like especially with the new design changes for Splatoon 3, I want to see how they look. Like remember all the old Tenatech splatter shots? They just had the Tenatech logo just slapped on the side of it.
Yeah, no, and it was the old Tenatech, like it was still like the standard like old green guns from like 1.
Like all of them up till 3 had a really weird design. It was just the exact same vanilla splatter shot, but they just slapped a sticker on it and called it a day.
It's just kind of like they didn't. It's just kind of nice though to see like they have a little more. Yeah, they just kind of give them more like personality instead of just here's a base, slap a sticker.
They're so like beautiful now. Even then, when they don't give them like branding specific colors, they just change the colors in general, and it looks nice.
Oh yeah, no, and that also works. Yeah, even then, like the color switching and different like changes for colors is.
I'm trying to think of more examples of how like nicer they look in Splatoon 3. Like, I guess the crack on it looks a little bit better because it's all orange and it isn't just the basic flat roller with the Krakon logo in between the cylinder thing. It's actually very pretty in orange and like blue. I also remember the one blaster design from Splatoon 1 that I really want to see come back. It was in 2. I don't remember what it was called, but it looked the almost the exact same except it had like green flames and it had like some magenta accents, I think.
Well, that sounds nice.
It was really pretty.
Oh, yeah, that's cute actually.
I also liked the cherry nozzle nose. It was very pretty. It was red and it had a little cherry on the side. That's so adorable. I hope we get more weapons with like little things on it.
Yeah, no, you kind of like it's kind of interesting. We had both a bunch of weapons that had like a bunch of personality back then, but also at the same time we had ones that looked.
Most of them were just the exact same thing with like a label on it.
Yeah, at the same time we also had some really cool looking stuff too. So it's just kind of like,
It was like it's like kind of like an opposite. It was far few between in the first few games, but now it's like the norm in Splatoon 3.
oh yeah,
And I think it's like a way better design choice because it makes the weapon kit stand out.
oh definitely.
So when you're like looking up, you don't have to squint your eyes and be like, which one is that again? But then you'll like see like the differentiation of the coloring and like kind of the style, I guess. And you're like, oh, it's that one with these things on instead of the vanilla kit. I think that the new weapons look pretty. So I'm excited for my mains to get new kits.
Yeah, and I really hope that does happen at least at some point because I feel like that should happen.
I liked the look of the new undercover umbrella, but it has the special attached to it, so I don't want to ever really use it. Plus, I just black color screen.
Which special was on that one again?
It was a very pretty plaid patterning on it, and they ruined it.
Oh, gross. Never mind. So it's just like, well, I guess I'm never going back ever again.
I also really liked the S Blast secondary kit's coloring because it was kind of like a blue and not blue, purple and white. I kind of wanted to stick my mouth on the firing point and drink out of it.
You think it's like grape juice or something?
Because purple probably comes out of it, so it tastes good, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Oh fuck yeah! Get some. eh,
And it tastes like grape soda. You just you just shoot into your mouth and it just has a splash of grape soda come in.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it works. You know, you get like it's a brand new. It's a brand new cup.
I just imagine that in my head and it's kind of weird looking. I just imagine like Athena holding the big cover over her mouth and just firing out.
She just wanted some soda.
She's just a little thirsty.
Oh my God. I honestly could imagine this is something like that on the Tacticooler. I mean, I love the Tacticooler.
Oh yeah.
I love I wish that Tacticooler was real. It probably could be real. It's like just based off of a drink cooler.
Yeah, no, I wanna find a Tacticooler in real life and have one in my house.
Oh my god, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
What do you guys think the drinks in the Tacticooler taste like?
I think they would taste like think maybe fruit flavored soda.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I think they taste like the original Monster Energy.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
like they give you like speed boosts and all that other fun stuff, so it's like you gotta have like some kind of stuff in there.
That could also work out too. Yeah, I could imagine that kind of being the case. But yeah, I kind of imagine it being more so like it could be really just any like fruity or like soda or maybe like a I almost thought of a ramune.
Oh yeah, ramen. It could be like that, especially since a lot of Splatoon stuff is based off of Japanese culture.
Yeah, so I kind of that's kind of what I was thinking was some form of a ramune soda.
It could be the original one, original flavor. It's just like clear.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cute.
I think I've actually had that flavor.
That's my favorite flavor.
Really? Is it's that good, huh?
Yeah. Even though I like strawberry things more, um I really like the original Ramune flavor.
I really want to get into that. I need to get more into ramune stuff if I'm gonna be honest.
I have so many bottles of it
No, we don't. I don't really have
because
like.
I've had so many flavors.
I think I just need to go and find like stores that sell it more. Because there are. I had a. I remember I had a strawberry one, like a definitely like a little over a year ago, and it was really good.
Had a bunch of pineapple ones before. They had Hello Kitty on it.
Oh my god, pine. Oh, I love pineapple stuff. So that sounds like right up my alley.
Oh my god, speaking of Hello Kitty, I really hope they have Hello Kitty Splatfests again like they did in the old games.
Yes.
I remember those, but those were like Japan's region Splatfests.
Even if we don't get him in this region, I still want to see him anyway.
If I find out that they're gonna do a Sanrio one, I will switch my region so I can play it.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? You freaking do it.
I hope so. Especially since they have 3 teams now and Kuromi's a little bit more popular. I hope that she's on a team so I could play for her team.
Oh my god, yes.
Probably, I don't know if she's as popular as she is in the West, in Japan.
Oh yes, Kuromi would probably sweep. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, no, I feel like I see a lot more Kuromi stuff here.
If not, I'd probably just go Hello Kitty.
That's completely fair too. Hello Kitty's a classic, and cannot go wrong.
There's a lot of cool region lock Splatfest from the old games that we didn't get.
There's one I always think about that I'm like, damn, I missed that when it was like in Splatoon 1, and there was one for like SpongeBob.
Oh my god, I was just reading about Nickelodeon's Splatfest, I believe either today or yesterday. And honestly, I kind of hope that they do a Nickelodeon themed Splatfest this time around.
I want a SpongeBob Splatfest. That'd be so cool.
Please, that'd be fun.
I really want one versus all the Mario princesses. How has that not been an idea to come to Nintendo's head yet? Like we had that Zelda Splatfest, even though Wonder's release was like right next to it, and we never had a Wonder Splatfest.
Either or. Like I just kind of think like,
That's what kind of pissed me off. I don't really care about Zelda games, and I was so excited for them to have a Mario themed Splatfest like they did in the old game.
yeah, no, and that's something I because like we had one.
Like, sorry, it's boring. I've tried to play it, but it's like so intricate from like just the get-go, and you just can't get into it unless you already know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I like yeah, Zelda's just can't get into it.
I tried playing Majora's Mask, but like I had no idea what was going on, and I read all the instructions thoroughly, and I still didn't know what the they wanted me to do.
Yeah, I feel like every time that I've tried to play like a Zelda game, I've just I don't know. I get lost too easily. Like within like the first 10 minutes, I'm already lost.
I think Princess Zelda's very pretty, but I would not play any of the games that she's from because it's way too difficult.
I've tried playing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and I think actually I remember actually at one of my friends' houses I played a little Wind Waker and it was actually pretty. It was actually out of all of the Zelda games, it was the most decent. It was the one that I kind of.
Let me play my Mario and Splatoon. I'd rather play something I can actually wrap my head around.
Yeah, no, I just can't get into it. Just give me Mario.
I don't know what Mario games to play. I already finished Wonder like twice.
I get it. No, I still like from time to time. I haven't really been able to play more games aside from like usually like Overwatch and Splatoon. I haven't really like sat down and just full on played a Mario game in a while.
I've yet to start Mario Wonder.
You could play it with us. You could actually progress your own save file while playing online.
Kind of
Ooh.
want to again. It sounds
That's what me and Ira did when it came out. We progressed our save files together.
Ah, okay.
yeah. When you do get to sit down and play Wonder, it's one hell of an experience. It's amazing.
So we basically like beat the game together. It still saves all your progress even if you're playing online.
Ah, gotcha.
It's fun.
yeah, no, I played.
Especially since there's no timer, you don't really gotta worry about nothing. It's so cute. I love all the character models. They're so little and squishy looking. They're kind of like the Inklings from Splatoon 1. They just look very squishy and soft. And like repetitive they look like just kind of the same and boring and not very it's I don't know. It doesn't look fun, but it also is fine to look at. It's like not enough it's like inoffensive to look at. It's not stylized.
They all kind of have like a very soft squish. They just after looking at like new Super Mario Brothers and just seeing like how like static, like lifeless, mostly. Yeah, it's just kind of eh. I feel like yeah, no. Out of all the only Mario like new Super Mario Brothers game I would even consider to be boring is just Mario U. That's the most boring one.
Yeah, because we have it on two
I have it on
consoles.
2 consoles, and it's just out of all the Mario games, it's the most lifeless for me.
I liked the what's it called? The one for Switch just because of PicsArt, because you could finally play a woman character and not just Mario. I don't know, I like playing female characters more. It's not fun being Mario every single game.
Yep, I'm with you there, Kestrel. I'm more for female characters too.
Yeah.
I think they're nicer to look at for me. I don't know why. If you ever notice that in video games, the designs for male characters are like so bare bones and like lackluster that you gravitate more to female characters.
I like both. I like both, but I just yeah, no, I remember I'm gonna be honest, when I started Splatoon, like when it was mostly just Inklings, I immediately gravitated more toward the Inkling girl.
Because they're cute. They make cute little noises, and then the Inkling boys have like ugly haircuts.
Like what happened to you? I'd be crying if I looked like that too, man. That's
I'd be crying if I looked like that too, man. What they be doing to y'all. Inkling boys' haircuts are so ugly.
oh man, they make me upset.
Like, unironically, especially in the first game when you only had one haircut option.
Yeah, God.
Like, why would you want your whole scalp to be out and about like that?
Yeah, it's just kind of like God, that's like a real
It feels like those pictures where you have the cat's ears pulled back and like their eyes are like all like pulled. That's what the hairstyle for the Inkling boys looks like.
It kind of looks yeah, it looks like that. It was
They look like cats getting their ears pulled back.
it's really a last minute situation. I'd eat my leg over picking an Inkling boy.
Even then, some Inkling girl haircuts are kind of ugly, like the pigtails one.
Yeah, some of them aren't great, but at the same time, it's like
They just have their like whole dome out and they have like these ugly ponytails on the side.
Personally, I don't mind that.
It looks nice when it's styled right.
I think you just need to get the style down. If you don't know what you're doing, then it's just gonna
Like if you put a nice hat on top of it, then it'll look really good. But if you just rock the dome out, then yeah, you're gonna look a little funny. It kind of reminds me of that new Octoling hairstyle where it looks like there's just a bread loaf on top of the head.
bread loaf.
You know which one I'm talking about, where they're like bald on like every other part except for the top of their head.
Yeah. What happened, bro?
What happened there?
What happened to you? Are you okay?
It looks like they got a little like you know those pastries where they have like jelly in the center and then like the bread part is like puffing up at the end?
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's genuinely rocking that cut.
It looks so weird. But then
That's
on
like
the other
I think
hand, the pompadour hairstyle is really good. See, that's how you do like a hairstyle where you have all the hair on the top correct. Not whatever this pastry haircut is for octolings.
the more pompadour, because that's I kind of more have like that kind of going for me, and on my character.
I like the little small tentacles in the back of the pompadour hairstyle. Look very chewy and delicious.
Some like lime jello or some shit.
You like grab on the back of some octoling's hair, like, hey, I'm gonna eat it really quick, don't mind me.
Octoling hair tastes so good when you don't have somebody
Oh,
like yelling in
God.
your mouth.
In your ear telling you otherwise.
You think Athena does that? She just she, she when
Especially the octoling girl default haircut, like imagine chewing on those tentacles.
yeah, she's just kind of just like just kind of find her doing it.
Yeah, she's just sucking on them while she's bored.
Oh yeah, no, she does that all the time.
That reminds me of the like multiple times I did like describe Athena just sucking on Rome's hair. Just whole front of the coil right in there.
I think it makes sense. I mean, they don't even look like tentacles. They just look like a nice gummy candy.
I can't blame her though. I think that's my own instincts sneaking into my writing, but I really want to eat all the hairstyles in Splatoon.
It looks like it'd have like the consistency and like taste of like the gummy sharks.
What about the default Inkling girl haircut? You guys want to eat like the big flabs at the front? I want to chew on them so bad. They probably do, or they actually taste like calamari and like whatever octopus snack you can think about.
Either or.
Yep. Yeah, but what about the wave hairstyle for the Inkling girls?
I feel like that one would be really chewy. Like you could just put the whole one big hairpiece in your mouth and it'll fit in very perfectly because of all the grooves in it.
Oh yeah, and to get really descriptive about it.
Then again, Solokeen's hair would be very hard to chew.
I would hope so. It's not easy to chew through if it's going to be on top of her head.
Yeah, God, imagine like someone just takes a bite on accident. It's just
Imagine someone comes up to you and be like, hey, and then like eats your hair.
yeah. What do you do then? Does it grow? Does it?
What do? You just live with this up cut? Because I don't know if tentacles grow back or not.
Yeah, it's like, do they grow back or do you just shave it off? What happens next?
I don't even think we could find out what happens after that.
Well, honestly, I've always been curious about how Inklings are not going to grow the hair in the first place.
That's what I think too. Because like there's a lot of hairstyles where they're just shaved it all off and then just have like this weird gradient on the top of their head.
Yeah, because like how that they're supposed.
Why don't you just throw a slice of cheese onto it? See what happens.
Oh my God, yeah. I want to throw like a slice of cheese, maybe two slices, depending on how big the forehead is.
I'm guessing their heads are very big, but yeah.
If maybe their head is as big as fries.
I don't think they're that big. Frey has like probably like the biggest head in the Splatoon universe. She has a lot of thoughts in there.
She's got a lot on the mind at all times.
What is she thinking about? I don't know. Probably thinking about all the Splatfest she lost.
I'm just like, I'm so like, honest, bro, I'm sorry. To Fry.
I feel bad for her. She's not real, but I feel bad for her.
Yeah, because it's just like, damn. Because like, when it comes to like Splatoon and everything, you just think like, oh yeah, family, common sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this team.
But yeah, but like most of the fan base, especially in the West, is like edgy teenage girls, which is like the demographic that is like, I hate my parents. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I know because I was like that.
Damn. And now it's just kind of like, wow. What a
It's like I appreciate my family. I would have been less upset if family won. Not family, if friends won.
Yeah, if Friends won, I would have understood more.
I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Whatever, that's kind of cool. But solo?
That just made I remember after that Splatfest ended, I just kind of had to sit down for a second and just be like, are you serious?
Actually, that reminds me of something I saw on the Japan Splatoon Twitter. They worded their Splatfest differently in Japan than they did the other regions. That's probably what led to the different votings.
Oh god.
Because they said, what do you do on your day off? Do you spend time with your family, friends, or by yourself?
What the Why didn't you just translate it directly?
Why did they word it different for the other region?
Well, there you go. That might have been why.
I would have been on Team Solo if we had that wording in like the US or like the general region.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
But they're like, oh, who do you spend the holidays with? That's like two different questions you're asking here.
Yeah, they don't they don't mean the exact same thing.
Because a day off, you could obviously just be like, oh, I wanna hang out by myself, relax a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's normal. That's fine. Whatever. I would have picked solo too if it was rewarding.
So that's why my jaw was hitting the floor in shock when I saw the results. My god.
No, when I found that out, that was just like, what? Why did they word it so differently compared to the other regions?
I just I just kind of like, yeah, when it happened, all I could think was like, all right, I'm just gonna turn off the game for the night.
I thought people were just lonely as hell.
Yeah, God, those I swear to God, every single match that Splatfest.
Like, okay, so that was for nothing. I just got my ass kicked for nothing.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, what do you do? Can we go back to the peak times?
The last two Splatfests have been like the exact same, but two different outcomes. I got my ass kicked during the greeting Splatfest, but my team won. And then I got my ass kicked during this last Splatfest, and my team lost. So, like, what do I expect from that?
Just want to go back to the ice cream Splatfest. That one was the best. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, it was a special Splatfest, so it's not going to be region locked. It never was region locked in the other games, even though our team severely lost.
I don't know. I definitely just felt, I don't know. I just felt like I was in a good space at that moment. I was just like feeling myself.
I kind of do. I busted my that Splatfest just for us to be in dead last.
Yeah, Team Vanilla got 45 points, the team I was on, and Team Mint Chip got 12 points, and Team Strawberry got Zippo.
We had fun, but it kind of was like defeating when we spent like so much time into it and then we lost.
It was just sad. No,
We didn't even get points during like the count the not the counting. I don't know what it is. The end results. I loved the ink for Strawberry. It was so pretty. It was the best pink ink they've ever gave to the game.
yeah, in general, the pastel-y pink it's good. It's really good.
I don't think it's a theory anymore, but every time they have white ink for a Splatfest, that team always wins.
Yeah. No.
You ever notice that?
Oh yes, I remember the first Splatfest I took part in, and that was just after I started. It was the chocolate Splatfest. Oh my god.
Yeah, it won because milk chocolate was white ink. No, literally, I don't think half the people on that team even like that.
And it's sad because Yeah, no. So for some people, white chocolate, people either really love it or really don't. And most of the time,
It's a really divisive chocolate, and then for some reason it won the Splatfest.
yeah,
I say for some reason as if I don't know why. Because the ink was white. That's why it won.
yeah. I guess next time we have a white ink.
You know what? I'm swearing to it now. If the next Splatfest has white ink again, I'm picking that team because it's gonna win no matter what.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
And personally, I'm not too sure, but I'll give it some thought.
I'm very sure that's been a winning factor in a lot of the games, actually.
Yeah, every single one so far, it's been consistent.
Especially 3. Every white ink team has won.
Yep, white chocolate, vanilla, and now solo. I mean, holy crap.
I mean, 3 times isn't just a coincidence anymore. I kind of liked the milk chocolate color better. Kind of looked like you were flinging at everybody.
Oh man, yeah, you could just say like,
Especially with the specials. It looked so funny.
it's
Oh,
like, hey guy,
Yep, that's what the whole Splatfest was for us.
it's just a bunch of.
That's all that happened.
There you go.
My favorite part was using a booyah bomb during that Splatfest.
Oh my god, it was great.
It was so funny looking.
what is.
Everyone explodes on them.
Start levitating and you just throw a big ball at somebody. You kind of just channel into your inner like ape. You just kind of turn into a monkey. Just start like flinging it.
That's how you win a Splatfest game on milk chocolate. You unleash your inner monkey and you win.
Just get primal.
oh my god.
I really want to know what the next Splatfest is going to be though, because like I remember like the greetings one was so random. So I want to know what they're going to do now. I'm really hoping for that Mario Princess theme to ever come to fruition. That's a really good idea, and I've seen a bunch of people talk about it too. I wasn't the only one who thought about it.
Honestly, I'm not too sure about it, but honestly, if it happens, Team Rosalina all the way for me.
I want to go Daisy,
I'm very conflicted. I either go Team Peach or Team Daisy.
but it's just sad that there. Some people just why hate Daisy.
I think if I'd want a winning chance, I would have to go Peach.
Yeah, there's a lot of different like things you could base off of. I remember at one point I was like, when the Mario movie was coming out, we were like, what if there was one for that?
Yep, I remember that was around the time of the Splatfest coming out for Zelda.
Yeah.
I was like, Mario movie's like your biggest success that's gonna come out. Why don't you make a Splatfest about that instead of some Zelda game?
Actually, the Splatfest that came before or the Mario movie came out was the Nessie Aliens Bigfoot Splatfest.
I remember that one.
Why did they give us that and not like, oh, who's your favorite character from the movie? Like, it could have been like Mario, Peach, or Bowser to give all the main storylines a chance.
Yeah. No, I'm surprised we didn't get like something of that nature. No, but hopefully we do at some point. But definitely that princess idea kind of should see something like that. I want to.
I wanted to know what the final fest is gonna be, considering all of them have been like world-ending like events in the games.
Yeah, so at this point it's like what could be so world-ending this time?
Like Callie just ran away during the first one, and then we had this whole world divide after Side Order, not Side Order, the Chaos versus Order.
Oh yeah. Now it's just like, oh, we gotta.
So it's like, what are we gonna do for this one exactly?
Yeah, and it's just kind of thinking like, because when you think about it, that would be interesting. I know that's Splatoon 3. I hope.
I have like 2 ideas that it could be. It could be the idol groups facing off, Or it could be past versus present versus future.
Oh, the past versus present versus future one. I really like that.
I would be very. Yeah, God, that would. Yeah, past, present, and future. That would be a very unique choice to go for.
I hope that's a normal Splatfest because I kind of want the final one to be versus all the idol groups.
Yeah, when it comes to.
I wonder what the colors would even be.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking like, I almost thought white for future.
I'm thinking black, silver, and gold.
Yeah, that's why. But I only thought that because I was like, oh, white. That sounds like the most typical like future, quote unquote, futuristic like color, apart from like black or something.
No, future's gonna win if we put white. What would the ink colors be for the idol ones? Because they're comprised of like 2 to 3 different colors. Or would they have one primary color and do like that special ink like they had in the story mode? With like the little logos in the ink. Remember that with all the boss battles, they had like the deep cut logo and the members' ink.
I think I don't know. I kind of remember it at
Yeah, they
least.
had that. I remember. Remember the race war from Splatoon 2?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the fact they even had one is crazy.
Squid won. I remember.
Uh, damn. I understand that, like, the Inklings and Squids are more like iconic for Splatoon at least, but
I remember it was said that if you pick Team Octopus, even if you didn't finish Octo expansion, you get to play as an Octoling. I'm surprised Octopus didn't win for that alone.
yeah, because that is a really good like bonus.
It's like you didn't even finish it, but here, play as a cute little Octoling.
Yeah, it's like here you go, here's your chance. You can pick it now.
Yeah, but I really like the little Octolings as well. But yeah, but I familiarize myself more with Inklings, so I would go with Team Squid.
I would have been on Team Octopus. They're so cute.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a huge Octoling enjoyer.
I love their faces.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, it all just kind of comes down to like what you use as your avatar, especially now that you just have the options to pick from by default at the beginning. So I was just, yeah, when I saw that, I was just kind of like just looking through and I was just like, honestly, Octoling's looking a little better for me at least.
Because they're so cute. I like their little, like, mouths. They always have them open. And their eyes look a little bigger.
I'm like, no, that is a great detail. Bigger, they're a little more like dilated in a way.
And they look like they all have eyeliner on. It's kind of cute.
I really do like the Octolings eyeliner as well. Yeah, but thinking about it now, compare regular Octolings eyeliner with Shiver's eyeliner. I mean, Shiver's eyeliner is extremely thin.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is.
It's more humanoid than the other ones.
Yeah, the Octolings have a much more distinct style compared to the one that Shiver tends to consistently have on.
Which really brings in that theory of them being deep cut, like at least the Inkling and Octoling ones, being subspecies.
Oh yeah.
Because her ears are long.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, no, that's another thing. Yeah, Fry's ears are like way longer than like most of like the ones that most Inklings have.
Like even Callie and Marie, they had longer ears, and they're still Inklings, I believe.
Yes, they are still Inkling.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they're cuttlefish because their grandpa is literally Captain Cuttlefish. So I don't know if they're cuttlefish or they're Inklings or what they are, but they're something. They have long ears. They hear everything.
They're here. So
They hear color.
they hear colors.
Yep.
Fry probably hears color. Look at her big ears.
Oh my God. Do you think she can hear what you're thinking?
Probably. She's stealing all the sound waves with her big ears.
Oh my God. No, I feel like every time I get near Fry, I just start going deaf.
I think she's so cute though, especially when she shakes her head in the newscast sometimes, her ears just wiggle. It looks so cute. You ever think she accidentally smacks herself in the face with her ears?
Better question. Do you think she smacks the other deep cut members in the face on accident?
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, Fry," and then she like turns around and like smacks them by accident.
It's like, hey, Fry.
You gotta stand a little farther away from her when you speak to her.
Yeah, you gotta be careful because make the wrong move, you're just gonna get
Slapped
smacked across the face.
by her little ears. Not little, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're your comically large ears.
Her ears that hear literally everything. You could be like in a different country, she could still hear you breathing.
Oh, oh yeah. She could hear you in a whole continent.
She's like, I still hear you.
Yeah.
She probably can. My two Fry amiibos are near me. One's on top of my TV and one's in my bed. They both hear me.
I have my Fry plush with me right now, as a matter of fact.
I have no fries.
Fries. I have no fries. That's the plural of them. Is she like a little food?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I have a shiver amiibo, but that's it.
She has normal hearing, I think, because she has like the normal sized octoling ears.
Yeah, her ears are fine. They're not comical. They're not comical enough anyway. They're just a little red. Maybe she came in from being outside, it's really cold out. And then your ears get all red.
They're just red.
Yeah.
They're just red. Oh my god, that reminded me. During the Frosty Fest, you guys saw Callie and Marie, right?
Oh yeah.
Their ears and noses were a little bit more red because of the cold. It was so cute. I was about to say I don't know why that happens, but I actually do know why that happens. You know, like when your hands get really cold, they start getting warm.
Oh yeah, no, I can confirm that happens to me a lot whenever I'm outside in the cold because it's really bad.
Yeah, that's hypothermia.
Yeah.
That's why people die of hypothermia so easy because they get that feeling of like, oh, it's hot, I better start getting and then they freeze to death.
Okay.
Oh. Because yeah, I'm thinking about that, and then there's also the fact that yeah, no, because yeah, also that's another thing with like the ears and stuff. Sometimes you'll be outside or like it'll be like somewhere that's cold, and then your ears get stupidly warm.
Yeah, it like just happens in certain areas sometimes.
That happens to me too sometimes, but I guess yeah, that's just a side effect of potential hypothermia happening. It's great.
It's a natural reaction, but it's really weird.
It is still definitely weird. I always found it really like scary whenever it happened.
It's never cold enough here for me to do that.
Well, that's why I usually will wear winter hats over my ears.
Oh yeah, no, I usually do like I have one of those like I have one of those like hats with the ear flaps on them. I have the it's I think they're called Ushankas or whatever. They're very good hats. I've been a proud user of them forever. Best winter hat, in my opinion at least.
I have to say that those kinds of hats do look pretty good.
I know they're very good. They're very comfortable. Sometimes I don't wear them, but that's just because like sometimes when I go out and I have like my headphones in, I can't really put the hat on over my headphones.
Why not? What would it look like if you did?
It's just hard to fit them in.
Oh, I was like, does it make your head wide or something?
No, I mean, I wouldn't even care at that point.
Well, in my case, since basically all my winter hats are beanies, my headphones can fit over them perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, I do sometimes I do have a beanie that I wear from time to time. So I'll sometimes just switch between the two. If I want to have my headphones on when I go out, then I'll just throw a beanie on.
Ah, gotcha. And then again, I do really like beanies, and I've got to say, there is not a single time where I don't think about a beanie and not to think about Soul Keen.
And it's true. I always remember that.
Yeah, I can't see beanies the same ever since. I'm just like, oh my god. Solo King reference, and it's just like some beanie at a store.
Yeah, no, we have like I'll just find like a beanie at like some like store or just kind of pass by. It's like, oh wait a minute, that's right. Solakeen has that on.
He's the master of beanies around here. He is the master of beanies. Well, once a beanie master, always a beanie master.
It goes the same for Athena and crowns. I think about like think the exact same when I see crowns. I think about Athena.
And then for me, when it comes to Rome, it's always yeah, it's always round tinted glasses. And honestly, if I ever need like if I ever end up needing glasses in the future, I want to get some rounded ones.
Round tinted glasses.
Is those because they look good. Every time I've worn like a pair of glasses that aren't rounded, they look weird. But for Rome's sake, it's just like you need to get you need a pair of yeah anything that's like round or tinted.
I can definitely understand that. Speaking of our OCs, how about we take some time to talk about them?
I've been waiting for this part. I can go on and on about Athena.
Yeah, this is time. Oh, let's go.
Yep, yep, let's do it.
So who should go first? I probably not me because I talk a lot about Athena, and it could go on forever.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to our sake, I know that I always just kind of had the same character like look. Like so, yeah, basically ever since I had Splatoon 3, I always just kind of like I kind of rocked the same like look where he yeah, where I kind of at least when it comes to like the haircut and everything cuz I for a while my character used to wear like a hat and then after I dropped the hat I looked through
Yeah, I used to cover the beautiful large coil.
yeah, and I'm just kind of like, dang, why should I do that here? And then I started looking through, and it started like with like different glass pairs of glasses that I saw, and I was like, wait a minute, this one pair actually looks really nice. And when I found and I matched that, and was also looking around, and because I have the Smash Ultimate Inkling Girl amiibo, and you get this school like outfit and it has like these like fancier clothes as options. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I want this. I should go for this. And I did it. And I went for those clothes. I just was like, wait, these feel like they could fit him. And I just kind of went with that.
What about his character? I don't really know much about him, even though I helped you make him.
Yeah, when it came to the character himself, I just was kind of like parts of it were just kind of like I don't even really know where to start. It's kind of hard to really like describe where I kind of came up with everything. I feel like I kind of just analyzed a little bit of it's kind of a weird way of like describe like where I kind of based some of his personality on, but the way that like I tried to be like more like stylish and elegant and stuff like that when it came to like how I tend to try and play like games like Smash Brothers and do like flashy. I just kind of based that on Rome a little bit, and I was like, I feel like he'd be a more
Is that why he's long? That's not a really correlating question. But is that why he's long?
maybe. I just was kind of like on the spot when I was thinking of like the what he.
Why is he long? Like, I don't think, yeah, the reference sheet hasn't come out anywhere yet because I never finished it, but he is just long with no muscle definition.
I think he should have some. Like honestly, I think he probably kind of needs a little more.
He's just long this afternoon.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need like a lot, but it's just like enough to be like a little more like muscular, I guess.
I'm gonna get you. I have to redraw his reference sheet again.
Yeah, because he's very long and lanky, 6'3".
6'3" tall Octoling that could rip your head off at any moment.
A little less looking like chopsticks put together.
Just this lanky son of a no reason just felt like
He's very long.
But yeah, long and lanky with no buff whatsoever.
and I just feel like because with the way that I the kind of and this, apart from that I feel like I kind of just based him off of like, I don't know. I felt like, honestly, the more that we kind of like discussed, we kind of just started discussing a bunch of random stuff with Rome and Athena.
Yeah, that's what we do half the time when we call each other.
So like whenever that happens, stuff like that also just kind of makes me like build up more like things of, oh, this is what the guy's like.
And he's just long for some reason.
Yeah, no.
I don't know why I keep describing him like that, but he's just long.
The one thing I really like about Rome the most is his Italian descent.
That is true. I remember when I was like thinking, I was like, because I just was like thinking of the different like, because I was like, he should like, where would he be from? And I was just kind of thought like, I thought Italy was just kind of like a decent, just kind of like a good place. Because I was thinking, yeah, no, I was thinking, is he like, I don't know, I did not think he would be like an American or something.
Yeah, but based on his name alone, you would think he's a straight up Italian, nothing else.
That's all basically where all of his family's from. I don't think there is. At least I've never discussed it any further. But basically all of his family is just like Italians.
Yeah, I remember it because we're talking about Eris. All of them except for Eris was born in Italy.
So in her, yeah. So in her case, she just goes, yeah, like sure, she knew about it
That's why she's the only one who can't really fluently speak it or has any kind of accent compared to them.
instead of living out in just some random like rural area in Italy.
Yeah, just some random day, like in probably 1999 or 2000, they're just like, hey, let's go live with literally every other Octoling.
Yeah, Eris could live somewhere like in Chicago or New York City or maybe Los Angeles. Who knows?
I have no idea where they actually moved. Either Octo Canyon or Octo Valley. Either one of them.
In that regard, it really could be either or.
You're the one with the characters, please.
I know, okay, God.
This is up to you, not me.
I know. I'm just. So yeah, when it came to after like that, they did end up just going more so to Octo Valley. So I'm thinking, and if we're counting like the fact that when they're pregnant for a baby for 9 months, she was born in late 2000. I think those did happen around like very early 2000, late 99. Then it's like, hey guys, we're going to Octo Valley. Pack up. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye to.
Or just like, hey kids, we're leaving.
I'm trying to think of like which. I feel like they wouldn't have lived that far out of like Rome or something, or like maybe Naples or something like. I'm trying to think of like different like cities and towns and stuff.
Which I guess could go the same for Athena and Aphrodite because they lived in Osaka. I picked Osaka because it was like, at least from descriptors I've seen, where all like Japanese street food comes from, and Athena loves street food.
I can't even lie. That is very good. Street food can be really good though. I can't lie. So, if, for Athena's sake, that makes total sense. And then when it comes to like all of Rome's different like family members and things of that nature, yeah, like all of them have just kind of like they've. I feel like yeah, just in general, all of them have stayed in the same like house until that point. Like it might have been like the original house that they lived in. I think it was like Lorenzo's like family's house. So like it was just kind of like he inherited his old home or like his parents' old home and decided to raise like his kids with Rhea. And then when that all went down
Real.
and then yeah, just a few years later it's just like we need to go see other Octolings. Come on.
Come on, you guys, and the kids get enlisted in the army.
Yeah, well, I wonder what would have happened
Like,
if they
oh, this
just.
will be good for you guys. The army,
Yeah, come on, the kids. We're gonna be fine. No, no, Dad.
the enslavement of all Octolings.
That honestly really makes me feel bad for the Octolings in some sort. Because in the first game, the only Octolings you see are enemy Octolings.
Yeah, and they were really pretty too, so I kind of felt bad for them.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, these are the enemies?
Yep, and even though I've familiarized myself more with Inklings, based on the first Splatoon game alone, I honestly don't think Splatoon would ever be the same without Inklings and Octolings.
I do like Inklings good enough, but I really, really like Octolings.
Yeah, no, being able to have both really just makes it better.
Yeah, honestly, that does make a lot more sense.
I like the way they look. They have cute little faces.
Yeah, no, I like both. Well, not really the Inkling boys, but
I just wish there was a better distinction between Inkling boys and Inkling girls, like there is for Octoling boys and girls.
I still like them fine enough. But just when it comes to my avatar, I'm just like, I kind of prefer this design here. If you want to, you like when it comes to the stuff, because I know how much you're dying to when it comes to the Athena.
Yeah, but I don't want to take up all the time with my Athena.
Look, it's fine. I don't care. It's good.
It's not fine to me because I've been talking a lot.
How about this? I'll talk about Soaking next, and then you can talk about Athena. How does that sound?
Alright.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So getting on with Soaking, unlike Rome and Athena, I kept Soaking solely in the Splatoon universe. Like I didn't have him born like in Canada like I do. No, I just have him basically born in the Splatlands.
Yeah, nice. No, I think that was yeah, no, it makes sense for his character.
When it comes to his ancestry, even though this is Soaking looks like a basic Canadian or American-born Inkling girl, she was raised in the tribe, a Native American one at that.
I've never really seen characters, at least in Splatoon, I've seen characters like that all the time, but I've never seen a Splatoon character be a part of like any Native American tribe before, something like that.
Yeah, that's something I don't think I've ever really heard much about, especially when it comes to like Splatoon. I definitely have not really heard like that for when it comes to
It makes it like more original and interesting.
yeah, when it does come to how like an just like an OC would be, and it's the fact that it's just a lot more different and something you don't really see much about. It just makes it cooler.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the Native American community is very underrepresented. Not just like in the Splatoon OC community, but I feel the OC community as a whole. It's so that's so
Yeah, yeah, it's a very unique and very nice just take for what you want to do with your character and your design.
Yeah, I've never really seen it before. I've seen characters that are of Native American descent, but not still having the tribal aspects of them.
Yep, and considering Soakeen is based on my partial Native American ancestry, which comes from my father's side of the family, I feel I wanted to give that side of my family a voice. Like it's very underappreciated.
Yeah, not really either. It's
Yeah, and my family doesn't talk about their Native American origins very much because of my nana on my dad's side. She would never talk about it.
yeah, they don't really tend to focus on that aspect that much, and something that does tend to be pretty crucial, and it's great that we actually get to see that.
Even though she's passed, I feel also Soaking represents part of my nana.
Yeah, exactly. That makes total sense if you're trying to, especially if it's something that you have like direct attachment towards yourself. Yeah, you might as well go ahead and do that and show like or just be able to represent that more because, it's something that you don't get to see a lot of the time.
Yep, and in all honesty, this is something my mother told me, and we were discussing this about my partial Native American ancestry, and she said to me, many people are not going to notice that you are of Native American descent because of your skin color. And I feel that's exactly what Soakin represents.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am, actually. People don't really assume that I am like Mexican, half Filipino, because I'm very pale. I mean, I'm still kind of brown, but like not as much as people would expect me to be.
Makes total sense, yeah.
It's like everyone is a different shade of color. That's how people will work.
And another part of Soul King that I feel resonates quite well is something a little bit to do with our friendship, if you know what I mean. In that sense, it was because well, but back when I was growing up, I wasn't online as much. I was more like in my own space with my family. But then after high school started for me, things really started to take off. But things, of course, really didn't take off in the sense of me being online until I met you two. So in that regard, I feel that's really what ties in Soul Keen's friendship with Rome and Athena to my friendship with you two.
Yeah, no, that is definitely. I don't know. I always associate that kind of stuff as well when it comes to it, and just when it comes to the entire I.N.K squad thing as a whole. I've always just thought like, yeah, it's just nice to have that kind of represented as just us and basically all of us just being friends. It's great.
And with us coming from different backgrounds, I feel it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, it is very nice because yeah, a lot of my descent is not really. I don't really. I might have like a tiny bit of native, but for the most part, a lot of my ancestry comes from like Germany.
Ah, gotcha. Most of my ancestry comes from Ireland.
Yeah, no, I know I have some Irish as well, but I'm more so like Germany and like Sweden and stuff.
When it came to his design, I originally was looking for a hairstyle that would match Rosalina's. I was going for more like a Splatoon version of Nicolina.
Yeah, I kind of, and then I just think once that was happened, you're just like, wait a minute, I should try to see what I can do with this, or something like that. That's kind of what it seems like, and I think honestly, no, I love like. Yeah, when I was looking through all the hairstyles and everything, I was just like, this coil, this pompadour, this is amazing.
Yeah, I remember that. And then I was like, hey, look at our Splatoon OCs. They're really cool.
I originally wanted to go with a blue T-shirt and standard headphones because that's honestly what I originally started out with. Then I wanted to find something that would fit more Soul King's type. That's how I ended up getting the Moby Knit sweater for him.
Yeah, but and honestly, I think that edition just kind of nah, it just fits and just works way better.
Yeah, I remember the shoes that Sulking used to have just had his toes out all the time, and I always looked at it for some reason. I was like, why do you have those out?
I have my eyes really focused on going for blue shoes for Soul King, and those honestly were the only ones I could find.
Ah, damn. Okay. Yeah, no, I can see that then.
And as for his headwear, I originally went for over the ear headphones, kind of like I often wear. But after seeing the Zetrai beanie, I gave it a shot, and I really feel that gives out a cold weather vibe that, of course, Canada brings.
Oh yeah. No, that's one thing. That's like the most people think like when it comes to Canada is just absurdly cold from what I've gathered and to an extent from where I'm at because I'm in Minnesota, so I'm like right next to Canada. Yeah, we're basically just the more Americanized Canada.
Yeah, basically, Minnesota is Canada's southern cousin, if you know what I mean.
I'm just Southern Canadian. I'm just super Southern Canadian.
Southern Canadian.
Basically, then I'm all like all the way across from you. It's warm as over here.
When it came to Soul King's Splatoon 2 attire, I wanted to go for a similar theme. But the only real thing I could copy from his Splatoon 3 design was the beanie. But it wasn't the exact beanie, but it was a beanie that I did use in previous edits of him.
Lucky enough for me, all of Athena's clothes are in Splatoon 2.
Were Rome's in Splatoon 2? I can't even remember.
Yeah, they are, just not his haircut.
That's right. It's the one thing he's missing.
From without his pompadour is like an angel without wings.
He needs his pompadour. It feels wrong when he doesn't have it.
It looks weird, and it's like, why is your head flat?
Oh man.
Where's the rest of you?
It's like my OCs without their beards. I mean, I honestly can't imagine them without beards now.
Exactly. It's like if you take the beards away from all your OCs, it takes away the flavor.
You know, it kind of adds on to it a lot more.
It's like, where's the flavor at? Where'd it go?
Same thing just goes with like my face in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes when you shave, I get scared. I'm like, who's that man that's looking at me? And I'm like, wait, it's Ira. Never mind.
Where did my beard go? Where did my mustache go? Can I have it back? Like I've genuinely, yeah, god damn, I haven't shaved in like definitely over a year. I'm keeping it.
Good for you, Ira. Good for you. Anyways, speaking of Solo Keen's beard, even though Solo Keen basically has a masculine appearance, I've been trying to expand more on his feminine side.
Yeah, being able to have like more of that side, like, cause yeah, no, I've always kind of noticed like it's a little more of like the more masculine side, so it's just like might as well get a bit of more of a balance of the two.
Mm-hmm. As for his sweater in Splatoon 2, sadly, of course, they don't have the Moby Knit. Hit Nintendo, please add the Moby Knit to Splatoon 2 if you can, please.
That reminded me, they sell the Moby knit like in real life in Japan.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, they have a clothesline in Japan of Splatoon 3 clothes. They have the shirt that Eris has, they have the Moby knit.
Holy crap.
I want the Eris shirt.
Yep, I want the Moby Knit. I want the true look to Solo Keen. The true look to him.
I think if you look somewhere, you could probably find a Japanese seller willing to get it over the US. I mean, I got that Octoling pillow, which is Japan exclusive.
Oh really? I didn't know it was Japanese exclusive. Holy.
Yeah, they don't have them in anywhere else. I have a purple octopus in my bed. I wanted a pink one so bad, but they don't have that. They have a red one, but not a pink one.
Yeah, they need to make more like Octoling color like pillows, like colors for the Octoling pillows, because I want a green Octoling. God damn it.
They have like this weird teal bluish one, but it's not the same.
I mean, I've seen that one. That one's fine, but yeah, if they could ever do it,
They have a blue one too.
I'm down with either. The blue is good too.
Yeah, I definitely be interested in the blue one.
Like the beautiful blue one. Like Solakeen blue, but it's a octoling, not an inkling.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, and then they have. I think they do have a green Inkling pillow.
Yeah, they have a pink inkling pillow. I have the pink inkling one.
Oh man, hopefully one day I could get a green one.
Getting back to Solo Keen's sweater in Splatoon 2, since they didn't have the Moby Knit, I instinctively went for a hockey sweater because I am a pretty big hockey fan.
I think the Splatoon 2 design is pretty cute with the big hockey jersey shirt.
Yeah, and that works too.
Yep, I really like that hockey jersey on Solo Keen. Even
Especially since the Splatoon 2 models are like smaller than the Splatoon 3 ones. They look so cute.
Yeah, it makes them even look like the jersey and stuff look way bigger.
yeah.
It's great.
And honestly, I really like that.
It's just a lot of good, just like little like aspects that you can just have when it comes to these guys.
Yeah, honestly, it is really cool, Ira. It honestly really is.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, but honestly, my favorite feature about Soul Keen, and this may sound a little obvious, but as opposed to regular Inklings who have black eye masks, Soul Keen has a blue one.
I thought that was really cute that he has an original color.
Yeah, no, it just kind of adds on to it more and just kind of makes it feel.
It reminds me of the enemy Octoling girls. They have like different colored eyes.
Oh yeah.
I honestly thought that the black eye masks around Inklings looked a little bit too generic. So that's why I had Soul Keen's eye mask be blue as opposed to black.
I think he looks like way better like that because I remember he used to have just the normal black around his eyes.
Yeah, and it just but with the newer and better looking like type, you went with, and
Honestly, I can't ever imagine Solokeen having a black eye mask. I mean, his blue eye mask, I feel, symbolizes him so much.
yeah, it's kind of hard, honestly, to look back at what the guy originally looked like.
Yes, so Solokeen is basically one of the rare ones.
You do, but it's really, really, really rare.
The one feature I feel that it shows that he was raised in a tribe is how his face paint looks.
A very, very crucial and kind of important part to what he looks like, because you don't see anybody else have that. Like when it comes to the
I've literally never seen a Splatoon OC with face paint before.
yeah, so it's just like I don't know, it's just nice to actually see that around.
Besides, like, clown OCs, but that's like a given.
Yeah, but in Solokeen's case, I really wanted to keep the Native American vibe in him. Yes, so that's why I gave him the two blue stripes, well, one across the forehead, one going across the bridge of his nose, and the white outline outside of his eye mask.
It is also very true. That's something like
I always liked that little design. It's very simple, but it gets the point across.
yeah, no. Most OCs in general, I haven't really seen with like the face paint like until
Yeah,
now.
honestly, I really enjoy that too. And the last design aspect of Solokeen I really want to bring up is the little arrow tattoo that he has around the base of his neck. It's an arrow with just a singular point on the end. Then there's the second arrow with three across signals on the end. I really wanted him to represent the peace aspect of his name, since the Akin part of his name in Native American terms means peace, and the tattoo is meant to be a Native American symbol of peace.
Yeah, no, the fact that it doesn't need to be overly complex and doesn't need to have all this crazy stuff to work out. Just how it's just done that simply. It's good. It's great and it works and I like it.
I feel Soul King would have been incomplete without the tattoo. But one other thing I feel he would be incomplete without, the feather on his beanie. I feel the feather on his beanie really gets the point across as much as the tattoo.
I think the feather's very cute. I like the colors. It reminds me of the bird, not the bird. Well, yes, the bird, but the fur pattern of the American Kestrel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love that little bird. It's so cute.
I'm also going to touch a little bit on Soul Keen's personality, and to all my viewers, Kestrel and Ira already know this, but I might as well share it. Off the battlefield, Soul Keen is basically the sweetest person you can ever meet. But however, on the battlefield, run for your life. She is coming.
Especially if the rest of them are there.
Get your
Because it's like putting crazy and crazy and crazy together, you just get more.
yeah. If everybody's all together, Akeen's there, Rome's there,
You're done. You're done.
you're just gonna stack all of them on top of each other. You're gonna just gonna be done with. You're just dead.
Yep, and that honestly mostly fits how I perceive myself playing Splatoon 3 and me projecting that onto Soul Keen. Like a crazed psychopath would play the game.
I think that goes for all of us. We literally just projected our play styles onto our characters.
Yeah, because I just was like, I feel like 'cause this does kind of just mess with me in the long run later on, but I feel like sometimes I just want to throw out some crazy and just see what happens, like with like Smash Brothers and stuff, and people are catching on, and I'm not hot, but even and that also just kind of goes with most of the games I play, but whatever, it's fine.
Yep, honestly, that's completely fine, Ira.
Yeah, no, I mean, sure, sometimes whatever, I don't know, sometimes it's a little annoying, but it happens. You just gotta go through it.
Yeah, but and even honestly, this is some of the things I say while playing Splatoon 3 reflect that. Like, for example, you are not welcome in our base, or yeah, you better run. You don't know what I'm capable of. Yeah, so basically stuff like that.
But yeah, that just kind of you just kind of find like the way you play your game and are just kind of like, wait, this just kind of could just be associated with the character that I'm using. And it does, and now it's there you go. There's your character.
Yep, honestly, that's basically Soul King for me in a nutshell. I mean, an angel outside of the turf, but a complete monster on the turf. Run for your life.
At that point, yes. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, if you see Soul King on the battlefield, you are screwed. Basically screwed. No matter how many times you kill him, he'll always come back.
Like William Afton. Every time I hear that phrase, that's all I think about.
Look at this distinguished guy right here. This purple man.
This distinguished purple male.
Yep. I always come back.
That made me think of like next Splatoon that could be like Soul King's costume. They're like, wait, why are you dressed up as William Afton? Because I always come back.
Oh my god.
And we're already planning out the next Halloween costumes ahead of time.
I'm always one step ahead with Halloween. That's the only holiday that I really ever look forward to.
Me too. Me too.
Well, I look forward to almost any holiday, but Halloween is the one I look forward to the most.
I also like Valentine's Day, but still, I think you get the idea.
Anyway, I would like to touch on one more detail about Soul King before we move on to Athena. And that's, of course, Soul King's identity. Much like Nicolina, Nicol Daisy, and Nicol Peach, the Soul King identifies as bigender, lesbian, and intersex. It's been the common theme of my OCs.
Yeah, it's just like if you have that theme, you might as well just keep it going. And if it works out for you and it makes you happy with the characters that you have, then no problem with it. Go for it.
Yep, and honestly, I feel that really goes in line with carrying over my identity to my OCs.
Oh yeah.
I did tell you guys this before, but yeah, Soul King did initially only have just a female voice.
Yeah, I remember that.
But then I changed it to resemble my other OCs, basically the alternating male and female voice. Because even though I really like the just female voice on Soul King and hearing the Inkling girl voice in general, I feel his overall voice should continue the trend of my OCs overall. But as a whole, I honestly really enjoy Soul King. She's my Splatoon baby, and I'm gonna take care of him for as long as he exists.
He's very cute, so it's understandable.
Yeah, this just goes for I think all of our because I definitely think as long as I'm around, as long as I'm a enjoyer of Splatoon, Rome's going to stay there for a long time. And I think for all of our OCs, it's just kind of crucial.
Yeah, especially Athena. I love Athena.
And I think it's soon enough. It's probably about to be time to talk about said Athena.
Oh, it's my favorite part to talk about Athena.
Yep, Kestrel, the stage is yours.
I don't even know where to start with her. Did it go from childhood to present day? Because I've never touched on her childhood before with anyone.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yep, you might as well, Kestrel.
So Athena is a twin with her sister Aphrodite. They're both named after Greek goddesses, and so is her mom, Hestia Shinzo. And they all were born in Osaka, Japan, except Hestia. Hestia was born in a different part of Japan. She was born in Tokyo, and one of her parents was Japanese, and one of her parents was Chinese. So Athena came out being half Japanese, half Chinese. Same with Athena. Not Athena, Aphrodite and Athena. Oh my god, I get them confused because they're both A names.
No, I get it.
But both of them, same thing going on. And actually, I've never shared this bit about Aphrodite, but she has the same hair color as Athena, but she has her hair dyed black instead of pink. Because you know how Athena has purple on the end of her tentacles? That's kind of showing that Aphrodite has the same color.
Oh yeah, all right.
She just has her hair dyed instead.
Oh,
Because their original plan was for them to be identical twins, but I wanted them to be a little different from each other so I could distinct them. But they do have the same haircut, not same haircut, same hair color, like genetics wise.
Yeah, nice.
And they're like Siamese twins, I think that's the word, yeah. But as they got older, they did change things about themselves to like differentiate each other.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that makes sense.
Also, not to mention Aphrodite's just a little bit taller than her.
gotcha.
They're both very small.
They're still small, but she's taller.
She's got a little more than Athena. Oh
Aphrodite's 5'3" and Athena's 5'2".
my god, tiny.
She's small. Compared to all her other Octoling friends, they like all tower over her.
Compare that to Rome's height of 6'3" and Soul Keen's height of 5'10". Yeah, but basically almost everyone towers over these two.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's
And then you never really think about how tall she is when you remember her history of being captain of her own division of the Octarian army.
it's just really
Like, how are you guys gonna let yourself be bossed around by like this little Octoling? She's small.
very, very consistent.
I mean, she could beat your ass, but like, she's small. She doesn't look that threatening.
Yep, she's small but extremely dangerous.
It's like a chihuahua,
She's got a very silly look to her.
except like a bunch of her attributes I've based off of cats. Like her eyes are slightly bigger than every other character's. Kind of like cats, how they have like really big eyes.
Yeah, it's like Chihuahua, but in reality, most of what Athena's based off of is a cat.
Yeah, she has permanent cat face. If you've ever seen my art of her, she just always has that face. But that's just a trait of my art in general, but it's always cat face with her.
And the fact that she has the ability to purr.
Yeah, that's the one really big thing that she could do. She could purr.
You can't forget about her mouth either.
Even though I haven't figured out a way to draw it yet, she knows how to loaf.
What?
Yeah, she could loaf.
Yeah, if she's a cat, she could do that.
Oh, she can loaf? Oh my gosh.
We'll look at pictures of cats and I'll be like, look, that's Athena.
Yeah, we'll literally just like look at a bunch of like weird like pictures and videos of cats. Yeah, I'll just say, like, oh, yep, this is something Athena does.
That new Athena thing is just a cat.
Have you seen that new Athena thing? Yeah, it's crazy.
That new Athena thing is just a cat.
Yeah, it's just like a picture, like a video, or just something of like a cat just doing something like stupid or silly, and that's just what she is.
Or at least nowadays, that's what she is.
Oh yeah,
Back like in the days of Splatoon 1, all she was known for was causing mass genocides and being the most feared captain that could ever exist.
Yeah, Captain 13.
It still scares people a little bit, but not as much because they see her nowadays and they're like, "What the is that? That's a cat."
the most feared captain of all time. Cat.
And they're like, "Oh my god, is that Captain 13?" And she just like is scarfing down like food in her mouth.
You kind of spot her on like the street, like she's like a wild creature or something.
That's another thing about her. She really loves food. That's why she was born in Osaka. I think I explained that earlier, but that's why she was born in Osaka. She just loves food.
Yes, the street food.
Like she loves everything, specifically sweet food. It made her a really big fan of sweet food.
Gotcha.
That feels like the thing she would probably like the most.
And she has big appetite. She could eat for like around 3 people and still be a little hungry after.
Oh my gosh. That's kind of like my appetite. I mean, I would eat like maybe a little bit of a small meal, or maybe a moderate-sized meal, and I'd still be hungry.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I was trying to think of her childhood. Um, she was actually a pretty good kid in school. Not Aphrodite though. I remember I talked about this with Ira, but Aphrodite was not a good student because they went to like Japanese high schools, and there's like the Yakuza there, and Aphrodite dated a boy who was a part of the Yakuza, and Athena just was like, "Why are you doing that? Mom's gonna be so mad at you." Because she would come home from going out with this Yakuza kid, and he had to like kill people, and she would come home just stinking like blood, and she'd be like, "Well, you better take a shower before mom wakes up. She don't even know you're talking to this boy." But Athena was a good kid. She might in her own little world.
To all my viewers who don't know what a Yakuza is, it's basically a Japanese gang.
Yeah, and Aphrodite, like, she dyed her hair already, like in her adult years, but even when she was a kid, she had her ink like kind of blondish, like how usually Japanese high school rebels have it. They usually dye their hair blonde.
Oh, okay.
So Aphrodite used to have blonde ink instead of her pink and blue, not blue, pink and purple one.
Gotcha.
But Athena basically had the same ink color all her life. She really never changed it. And I also like had this idea. I kept it to myself. I didn't really tell anyone because I didn't think about it too hard. But I thought she would be in like Japanese subculture, like for fashion, like Harajuku, and that's all I can really think of is Harajuku.
All right. Yeah, no, that's something I could also imagine being added for like what Athena likes.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too.
And she also really liked anime when she was a young child because, well, that's basically what their cartoons were. So they both really loved it.
Oh yeah.
But when they moved over to Aqua Valley, they just kind of breached away from their culture, but not too much. Like they still celebrate the Chinese New Year and they still cook cultural foods for like every single meal. And they basically kind of still dress in somewhat of a culturally relevant way. Like I've seen a lot of pictures of Japanese women that wear like leg warmers. That's kind of where I like got the idea to pick that out for her. And because she's anemic, so she gets cold real easily and she's always tired.
Ah, gotcha.
So she always just kind of needs those on.
Because she likes the fashion of ripped jeans, but it's too cold, so she tries to balance it out with leg warmers.
Yeah, and I think for what you chose and how you matched it, yeah, her and her little leg warmers, it's like perfect.
And her hoodie that she wears, that was just inspired by one that I have in real life that I really like. And I just thought the crown was cute, so I could just kind of put them together and I liked the outfit. And I never changed her outfit until I gave her an alternative outfit like today, but still. She pretty much dresses the exact same every day. Like I think I talked yeah, when me and I were watching the Barbie movie, I was like, "Oh my God, Athena dresses like a Barbie doll." Because like I always imagine her wearing like really cute little pink frilly dresses with cute boots and stuff like that. But I never get to draw her in them because I always forget. I want to draw her one day in a nice little outfit.
Well, whatever happens, happens. I'm just like, soon enough. I hope that you can get a nice drawing of it because I think,
I have a drawing of her in a bunny suit, but she just looks very surprised. She doesn't look like she's enjoying it all too much.
Yeah, I honestly would love to see that.
but hey, once you have more chances to draw like other outfits, I think you can see like more of her opinions and like how she thinks about a lot of these.
Yeah, because like after the war, she just really wanted to start dressing how she used to when she was younger. Because all she had to wear was those stupid uniforms. So she was like, "Oh, you know what? When I go up to the surface world, I'm gonna wear all the cute outfits I could find in this place." And she did. She still does every day.
Oh yeah, no, it's necessary.
And even though she was literally a genocidal captain, you know what? This is never discussed outside of me and Ira, but Rome does everything for her. Everything. He dresses her, he feeds her, he does anything you could really imagine for her.
Like, basically, when it's just funny to see her go from doing everything, doing all this crazy, obscene for everybody else. Now Athena's just like, I can't do it.
Everything for like everyone.
Yeah, she just very much depends on everything that he needs to do.
Well, she's like really dependent on her husband.
It's like, yeah, she'd go from like wiping out like all sorts of people to just kind of just like hanging on like Rome's
She just had like this big 180 after being unbrainwashed.
She can't even put her own clothes on and can't even let go of Rome.
We used to take out villages and tribes. Now she can't put her own clothes on.
In other terms, she basically went from nearly wiping out Solokin's tribe to being entirely dependent on Rome.
Exactly. She gets upset when he's not home and when he's not in the room.
If he needs to get up and get something from another room, she just kind of like gets sad.
She's just so upset when he leaves.
This is just how much she's changed after it all.
She just got really dependent on Rome.
She just kind of needs that because she's just like so. I don't know how else really to describe it. This just.
Yeah, she's like not as independent as she used to be. She still can do things for herself, but she really would rather have Rome do it for her. And I think it's also just because Rome offers it so much. He's like, you want me to do this for you? Because he knows what she's been through. He knows what she's all about, so he just kind of feels like he has to do things for her.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's a bad thing for him because clearly he doesn't care at all and he likes it.
He enjoys it, but like, he's like, oh, you did everything for everyone. Let me do everything for you. After basically having her whole life dedicated to that, she needs to have someone do something for her.
Yeah, honestly, Athena could use the rest. Honestly.
You have to think about this too, because at some point, I think this might come up later, but the fact that those two also have a baby,
Yeah, they have a baby. They have a little baby.
and Athena just like, even with that aside, basically Rome has to care for both of them,
Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh.
And like, Rome has two babies.
pretty much to take care of. The best way to describe it is just two babies to take care of.
Even though Athena does do a good job at taking care of her child, Rome basically has two babies.
Yeah, like Rome and Athena still are more than fine taking care of their child together, but it's just the fact that she still needs things to be done for her.
Yeah.
Basically.
We didn't even get onto the midpoint between the end of Splatoon 2 and the start of Splatoon 3.
Oh yeah.
We didn't even get onto that arc of her life. When they did move to Inkopolis Square, they like were on every team together for a Splatfest. They never chose a different team until Chaos versus Order, where Athena was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick Order," and then Rome's like, "No, I'm gonna pick Chaos," and then they get into this big argument, and she's just like, "You know what? I'm done with you," and then she just breaks up with him and like leaves him. Well, kind of forever. It's like a dramatic forever, not really.
Yeah, it didn't really happen.
She tries to look for a house because she technically lived in Rome's apartment. So she just took everything and just kind of started wandering around, looking for somewhere to stay, and then stumbled right back upon Octavia's base. And for those who don't know, Hestia went to a party down Octo Canyon way back in like 1999 or late 1995. Not 99, 96. And she was pretty young, so was Octavio, and they kind of just went back home together. And then the next day, she had to leave on her flight to back to Osaka. And it was like, oh, I'm gonna have babies. So TLDR, Octavio is her estranged dad. That's kind of why Hestia felt the need to move back to Aqua Valley or Aqua Canyon. And she was like, I don't want my daughters to not have a father in their life. Let's give them a proper father. And then look what their father did. Enlisted his 2 daughters into the army.
He just went out of his way. Wanted to make sure to just to
Hestia was just like, here's your children, be nice to them. His idea of nice was to enlist them in the army, apparently.
enlist a bunch of like just a bunch of octolings. Be like, hey, you're part of the army now.
Yep, Octavio out of all people. That freaking psychopath.
So back to Athena wandering around after leaving Rome. She found his base and was like, hey, I feel like I don't belong anywhere. Can I have my job back? And they're just like, okay, that's good. We missed you. We needed you. Everyone sucks here. And so after that, she got her new uniform and redid her tentacles and became Neo Captain 13. And there's actually a drawing of Neo Captain 13 somewhere around my phone. But yeah, and it started going all over the news like, oh my god, Captain 13's back, she's gonna kill everyone. And Roman, like his brother and sister, he has a brother and sister, by the way, Poseidon and Eris. Eris is my character. They're like getting their hair done. They have the Splatoon 3 hairstyles, so it kind of made sense to have them get their like hair done. And they like see it on the news. They're like, "Oh, Rome, what happened to her?" And they're like, "Okay, you know what? We kind of don't with her no more, but we have to save her. That's not what she would want. I think she's just lonely and upset."
And at that point, from what she did, yeah, she just kind of was.
She was just going through it.
Yeah.
And then they like tried finding her. They did, and I always remember this moment because I wanted to make a drawing of it. They found Athena, specifically Roman, like his siblings did. They like went down there, like, oh my god, there she is. But then Athena was like, what the are you doing here? Get out! And they're like, no, I'm not going nowhere. And she like pointed a gun at his head and was like, if you don't get out of here, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of weird to think about. Like, she just loved him a few weeks ago, and now she's like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't get away from me right now.
A complete 180 here.
They do leave, though, because, like, obviously they don't want to die. I don't think anyone does, but
You might as well.
they leave, and then one of them gets sent in as, like, a spy, and then learn that Athena wants to take over Splatville and kill Rome and his family. And they're like, oh, we gotta stop her. So I think the same in the few days, like they had a concert for Deep Cut, and they're like, oh, we're gonna perform Have a Mari Incantation 3 mix. And they're like, perfect. We'll bring her there so she can be normal again. They do. They like we're skipping a bunch, but they do. They kidnap her and make her listen to the song, and then she's normal again. And then somehow her and Rome like instantly are like, hey, let's get back together, even though she just tried to kill him.
It's like, oh my god, what happened to me? Can I kiss you?
She's like, I'm normal now, let's kiss. He's just like, it's like, oh my god, I'm back to normal. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
I'm feeling romantical.
It's a big 180. They like go from like basically hating each other in some kind of way to just be like, okay, let's move back in together. Let's have a child. Let's make a family.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happened.
What the frick?
And then up to modern day now, they're like, oh, we have a baby and we live together and we're part of the Ink Squad.
Then on top of that, now they're all.
Except there's more to come, but but we haven't role-played it yet or really fleshed it out.
Oh yeah. And when it does happen, oh, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
One more bit about that. When Rome moves to Splatsville, he had a girlfriend that wasn't Athena. Had an inkling. A girlfriend named Rissy. You'll hear about her later, but like Rissy's an important part of this. She's not just a random tidbit.
She wasn't there for probably a super, super long time because of like what happened with Athena and just the fact that he went and tried to help her. I wonder if he just ended up leaving Rissy for Athena just right then and there. Or maybe
I can seriously imagine that.
Yeah, because Rissy was at the concert too, I like to imagine. And she's like, what? Why is he kissing her?
yeah, no, that could be crazy.
But yeah, Rissy's coming back soon.
Yeah, that was the original like character you had before Athena's.
And she was named Eris, but I have an Octoling named Eris now, so I'm just like, Rissy, that's your name now.
There it goes. It's not too far off, but it's also different enough. Here we go. You're Rissy now.
That's actually a nickname for Eris that I found on Google.
What?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
So I was like, that's good enough. I'll name her Rissy.
That'll be her name from here on out.
And I was like, two Erises is gonna be confusing, so I'll just have Rissy the Inkling.
Yeah, that honestly works out a lot better.
Yeah, holy crap.
That's all for Athena, I think. I think I covered everything that went down with her.
I honestly feel we should really to talk about, well, not all of the skits we've done in Splatoon, but some of our favorite moments from them.
Oh my god, wait, we're forgetting somebody.
Yeah?
Xena.
Oh yes, Xena!
That's right. Yeah.
We're forgetting Xena. Soul King's girlfriend. We're forgetting them.
We can't forget Xena. Yeah.
Which is basically our universe's Captain 3. One of my favorites, aside from Athena. Xena is a yellow non-binary inkling that goes by mostly they them pronouns, but likes she a little bit, like the littlest bit. And they were the Agent 3 for like most of the timeline, except for some of the beginning when they were young. Their mom, Serena, was the original Agent 3, but she got killed in an attack. And so Xena had to take over the role that she left behind and basically got adopted by Captain Cuttlefish. And she did save Solakeen's tribe from Athena's attack, which is why Athena has that big scar on her eye because she got shot by Xena. And they're friends to this day for some reason. It's like, hey, I almost died because of you, but we're still besties, right?
Yeah, it's like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I almost killed you. You still my friend though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I still with you, but I almost killed you. I didn't mean it.
Hey, you heavy.
But yeah, they're still around to this day, and they're basically a part of every story mode around like them, and they're like this. They are a part of the Ink Squad, but you can't ever see them in like images because it's mostly surrounding us, and they put Athena instead of Xena. But Xena is a part of the Ink Squad,
Yeah.
Yes.
They just kind of work.
the honorary fourth member.
They just kind of more so like working on stuff like kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, they don't really participate in Turf Wars too much. They mostly focus on the marketing and just hanging out with their friends.
Yes. And to clarify for all those watching, Xena is Soa King's girlfriend.
Yeah, they started. I can't remember when they started dating.
I've honestly wanted to do a skit where Soa King and Xena go on a date.
I do want to roleplay as Xena more because I've tried to like develop them a little bit. Like they're supposed to be kind of this like yin and yang of Athena. Like they're more serious and very quiet compared to Athena, who's like very loud and not very serious.
Yeah, basically.
But Xena's very much the opposite, except deep down, she very much has a soft side for Solakine and their friends. They really do have trouble like expressing like, oh yeah, I have other feelings besides just being very cold and unresponsive.
And also another thing about Xena, she is pretty buff.
Yeah, compared to Athena, who's like kind of squishy nowadays. So she had a baby and she's a wife now, and then Xena's ripped.
Yep, Xena's absolutely ripped. And I mean, compare that to Rome, and I would say it's Xena, in a way, is stronger than Rome.
Xena's basically stronger than everyone, well, close enough to Athena and Rome, but basically one of the most strongest characters.
Yeah, no, out of everybody I could see in that regard. They definitely have a much more stronger looking appearance.
I see it as Xena and Athena sharing number one, and then Rome's like right underneath them.
In the case of Solakine, I would say he's around medium build, like somewhere between high and average.
So I'd assume it goes Athena and Xena, Rome, Eris, and then Solakine. Because I remember we discussed Eris's backstory. Well, not on here, but like she bites people,
Oh, yep, she does do that. Poseidon's like definitely.
and she lived through sanitization. So I'd like to think she's pretty tough.
Yep. But basically, Eris is like a dog.
Yeah, she's the family dog. She's the family dog, as if she isn't one of their children.
The family dog.
No, the
Yeah,
family
it's like,
dog.
god damn. Oh man.
As if she isn't one of the children.
But with she just kind of gets feral sometimes. So I mean, it could be that way.
Yeah. But back to Xena, where were we on that?
We were talking about her build.
Oh yeah, Xena's very, very buff. And I think that's I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about them that correlates with their buffness. Compared to Athena, they never really lost the fighting spirit ever, and that's kind of why they can't participate in turf war because they kind of take it too seriously.
Yeah, no, that makes sense then. For their sake, when it comes to the way that they get at the Splatfest consistently, it's just kind of better off for them to just kind of sit back because they don't want to get.
Yeah, and just be like this pseudo cheerleader. That's really weird to imagine. This tall, buff inkling girl in like this little cheerleading outfit, like cheering in this thick Russian accent. They're the only one in the group who still has their native accent. So did Athena, but Xena was the only one who kept it. Athena didn't, but Xena very much still has it.
That's another thing about Xena. They're very Russian.
I do know that Solakine never had an accent. Even though she was raised by a tribe, she never had an accent.
I guess she just was the oddball out and never picked it up.
Yes. And honestly, his tribe didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, no, Rome. I think Rome had to go through a lot of speech therapy growing up. Because yeah, no, when he was.
And considering Xena's competitiveness in turf wars, I brought this up earlier with Solakine, that Solakine takes turf wars very seriously. Now, not exactly on a Xena level, but on a level where you honestly,
Equal to like Athena.
yeah, basically on the same level as Athena.
I feel like as a whole, all three of them would be able to. They do take it pretty damn seriously, but at the same.
But none of them are as serious as Xena ever gets.
Oh yeah, because I know, like, I won't be surprised, like, because this is just me channeling it. But yeah, like, I'm almost certain, like, when it comes to like certain things, Rome can get like, oh, you can get pissed. But no, it never gets too intense to the point where you're just gonna get practically getting kicked off the battlefield.
Yeah, most times that Xena does get to participate, they had to be like, what's the word?
Like escorted or something.
Yeah, escorted off the field. So they normally just watch, but sometimes they can't control their temper to play.
In Soa Keen's case, while she does have this no mercy feeling in Turf War, she honestly keeps it well hidden. And then completely expresses it afterwards.
Yeah, like when they're not playing, or not when any of the squad isn't playing on turf wars or anything like that. They're usually very much like the like anger and all the different like emotions they go through doesn't really ever tend to happen unless they're actually playing for themselves.
And while for the most part, Soa Keen does play with Roman Athena in Turf Wars, oftentimes she will also play by himself, and that's when he gets the most crazy.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to being around your friends and being able to do that kind of stuff, she's able to like let loose a little more and just kind of like at least be able to have that instead of, yeah, like when they're just alone, then it just kind of feels like, oh dang, I don't have any friends or anything that like help back me up. Just kind of gets to like a more like intense point.
I can definitely see your point there, Ira. Yeah, then again, Soa Keen, his feelings tend to remain quite suppressed whenever he plays with Roman Athena because of them being around. But when he's by himself, he honestly just lets loose and does not spare anyone.
That's kind of how I like to imagine Athena with Anarchy battles. I like to think she plays alone because she doesn't want to subject her friends to anything she does.
Yeah, no, because I feel like sometimes like Rome's just like, I don't even think I could do it, because like the few times that he did it, he got escorted out.
I always had this scenario in my mind of Anarchy, like one of the game modes of Anarchy. And he just kind of looks at her and he sees that same look that she had when she was Captain 13 and just like freaks out.
The fact that he would like him getting really intense at it, and then also noticing and seeing the way Athena would get and turning into that Captain 13 aspect, that just kind of freaked him the hell out.
He's like, I'm not playing this with you no more. You're too scary.
Just combining both of those just kind of made him think, that's not for me. I'm not doing it.
And she's like, oh, why not? And she just like gave him this cute little face, like, what do you mean, why not?
Like, what do you mean, why not? What did I just see?
Are you having fun?
I got escorted out twice.
I think that's a you issue, but we had fun, right?
I'm trying. I mean, I'm happy you do. This is a little too much for me.
I had fun. Even I wouldn't play Anarchy with Athena. Do you see how she looks out there?
Yeah, it's just I don't know when it comes to going a little too, because I mean I think sometimes when it comes to turf war alone, I get a little too much, you know.
I didn't know I was that bad.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot that happens in those games, and when it does happen, I'm a little scared.
I'm not that scary. I mean, I did get a little out of hand, but it wasn't that scary, right?
You can go out and do this stuff as much as you want. I'm happy to support you doing it. And for my mentality, no, it's not working for me.
No, I had that instinct again. What instinct? Do I got to bring a mirror to your face? What do you mean, what instinct? Oh. Oh! Why would you shoot me? Why wouldn't I shoot you? Look at you. You're a crazy little gremlin on the battlefield. You're like a rabid dog. Rabid dog? Why not a cat? It's always cats with you.
Oh man, I don't know if she likes cats or not. I don't know.
You think? I could not tell.
Every time I've seen both, it just turns out like you turn either into a feral cat or a rabid dog. I don't know, either or. They're both about the same.
Xena dear, Athena may be a little crazy, but I don't think she's as crazy as I am.
You are on the same level. You are both rabid dog. But you're my little rabid dog. I have a bit more bias to Solakin. You can guess why. But I think Athena is worse. You're too cute for me to see you as crazy.
Aw, thank you, dear.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think you're too cute for me to see you as crazy.
How? You watched me kill so many villages and tribes. You've seen so many things I've done.
I did too, and I still think you're not that cute.
I thought we were friends.
We are. I'm just messing with you, Athena. I think you are adorable, but not in the sense I would say as Solakin.
Yeah, but very reasonable. But when we're on the battlefield, better watch your back.
That's the kind of attitude I like to see from you. Reminds me of myself very much.
Yeah, I don't like letting people run around freely like that on that battlefield.
No, you do. You play to have fun, but sometimes it gets a little too intense.
I don't think it's right to see these people and try to let them win. I play to beat these people.
I know.
Same here. I usually go in for the fun, but if it goes along, all bets are off. All bets are off.
Oh yeah, no. I try to start out with having fun, but then it just devolves into me going wild.
It was a fun little skit. I don't ever get to use my Xena voice. I never get to use it.
Kind of the same with me and my Solo Keen voice. My female Solo Keen voice is basically a bit of a high pitched version of my Rosalina voice, or Nicolina voice, whichever.
I was just like, what do I do? Because I wanted to find a better way to like differentiate my voice from like the voice I use for Rome. So I was just like, I'll just try to smallest bit of like New York or New Jersey.
The smallest bit of an accent.
Yeah, no, I think when it comes to, oh man, if we're talking about like voices that you can kind of compare to like Nintendo voices, 'cause I know that Lorenzo, I headcanon, his voice just he just kind of sounds like Luigi. His accent never went away. His accent's still really thick, so he's just like, oh hello.
And so did Rhea's. Hers never went away. What were we talking about?
We were still talking about Xena.
Oh my god, we're still on Xena. I think we've said all we can about them. They aren't as developed as Athena is.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, no, there still needs to be more, but when time comes and when more happens, it'll happen.
I think the next topic was the skits. If I remember right, yes.
Yes, the skits.
Yippee.
I remembered.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. What were some of like the? Because there is. Oh man, there were so many parts. I think. God, one of my favorites. Maybe because of the fact that you also added that like audio recreation of it. The time where we did when the scar actually was
Created.
you got shot in the eye.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I remember because I was still in high school at the time and it was a rainy day and I was like having so much fun with that. So every time it rains, I'm like, oh, Athena gets shot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember that day.
When Athena got shot.
It's just like now every time it's a rainy day. Oh man, this is like the time when Athena got shot.
A lot of our first skits happened on like rainy days in my area.
I'm gonna be honest, the same happened to me too. I think a lot of the times that we did this, I remember it being either like a really rainy day or like a very gloomy outside. But I didn't care. I was just too busy like typing away.
On my end, there was snow on the ground, and around the time we started doing Splatoon roleplays, I was at my aunt's and uncle's place babysitting their cats.
I think one time, I'm really remembering this. One time when we were doing one of the skits, I was like, it was something really dramatic that was happening. During all of that, I was just out buying snacks at the gas station.
What?
Like, I just remember, like, one time we were out, like, doing, like, this big, like, story or whatever, and I was just like, I'm gonna go out and get some snacks.
I was getting sniffed.
I don't remember what story it was, but I know one time, one of the skits, I didn't realize I had work that day.
I remember we were doing the story with Neo Captain 13. I was out shopping.
I thought I had the day off, and I got, like, a call that was like, you were supposed to be here, like, 30 minutes ago. I had to book it.
I remember that. You were too caught up in it, and you're like, oh, I gotta go to work.
When they get too intense, I mean, of course, now I've learned to check my schedule a lot more responsibly. Even then, I was still pretty good at it. But still, yeah, no, they get intense as fuck.
The Splatoon roleplays are too intense. Especially when they got big dramatic storylines going on.
I honestly love the time when we did the Splatoon 2 story mode. I mean, honestly,
It was also raining when that happened, and I think about it all the time.
Oh my god, yeah. Damn, I'm really thinking about that.
Did you say ham or damn?
I said, damn. I was really thinking about that because I was like, oh man, when it comes to that one, I'm really trying to remember what happened on that one.
the one point of that skit that I remember was that Soakeen became Agent 4. Since Xena serves as Agent 3 in our universe, and Soakeen serves as Agent 4 in our universe.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Athena and Rome are, like, technically all means Agent 8,
Right. Yeah, God,
even though they were called Agent 14 and 13 respectively.
yeah, even with that aside, it's just like,
Yeah, because even in the Agent 8 amiibo kind of looks like Athena.
yeah, technically it would have been the classic, like, Agent 8.
And Rome's original hairstyle kind of looks like the base hairstyle for the Octoing boy in Splatoon 2.
That is true. And that's kind of, because, yeah, that was what we was, like, when it comes to what he had before, that's what he used to look like for a long time before the eventual Splatoon 3 cut, which is better.
The current haircut he's always portrayed with.
Yeah, like I said, the better one.
Yeah, the definitive Rome haircut.
You can't get any more than that one.
What other notable skits do we have?
One of the more notable skits that I have thought of was the Halloween skit.
Oh yeah, the little Halloween party they had.
I know, I remember, like, there's a lot to that one. I remember there's a lot of nice, like...
There was a concert, and then Eris almost got jumped.
Oh, yep, of course. Eris had to get involved in a jumping.
Yep.
And then they all went to the party. I'm trying to remember what happened at the party, because there was a lot of dancing.
Yeah, for the most part, it was a lot of dancing and there was a lot of food.
Yeah, a lot of food talk happening.
A lot of food talk, a lot of dancing, a lot of...
The three notable parts from the party that I know of are the costume contest, Rome and Athena slow dancing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was so cute.
That was great.
Yep. And Soakeen and Shiver performing their song together.
Oh yeah, and then Athena and Rome went home early because of Athena's anemicness. I don't know what the plural for anemic is.
Yeah, but what it was happening was just, yeah, she just was getting really cold. Especially with, like, the fact that she wouldn't really have much to cover her arms in that dress.
She's just getting cold. I needed to go home.
So it was, yeah, her little arms got really cold really easily.
I can't remember what the categories were for the costumes.
The categories were the scariest costume, the cutest costume, the best duo costumes, the best couples costume, and best overall costume.
Oh yeah.
I remember Athena and Rome won the couples one, and Eris won best overall or scary. I can't remember which one it was. I just remember Eris won something.
Eris won best overall.
Oh yeah, because she like literally modeled her costume off of a real plague doctor.
I do remember that, yeah.
And I do know that the scariest costume went to Big Man.
Big man, he didn't look all too scary. He just looked like a big sack.
Oh yeah.
A big sack. Christ, that's a way to describe it. I just realized what I said. It was just a sack.
Hey, that's what he is. He was just that guy, you know, the big sack. He was just being a big sack.
Scariest sack ever.
The horrifying sack.
A horrifying sack.
Then for cutest costume, Xena won that.
What was Xena again? I forgot what Xena even was.
She was a pirate.
I'm surprised Xena of all people won cutest costume.
Yep.
What the hell? Why'd I win that?
Yeah, it's like that'd be like one of the last things. They were probably like, "What?"
Hell, like,
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wanted to make that situation a little bit embarrassing.
yeah, because Xena isn't used to that kind of like attention of being like called cute.
Yeah, no, I get what you're talking about.
Like, why me?
Why did it have to be my girlfriend? Why? Why did it have to be them? And then for best duo costumes, it was a tie between Rome and Poseidon and Shiver and Soulkeen.
Oh yeah, from Poseidon were Mario and Luigi. I forgot that Poseidon was like alive.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he just kind of showed up and he was just like, "Oh, hello."
In the case of Soulkeen and Shiver for best duo costumes, I initially wanted to pick them as being the winners. But I also really like the idea of Rome and Poseidon winning as well. So that's why I had both duos win.
Yeah, no, I felt like that just kind of worked out well and like pretty well here because I was just like, "Look at that." Because like I don't know, I feel like I don't know why that's just really funny to me. Just like, damn Poseidon, you're the oldest one, but you're this short.
Like even Eris is taller than him, and she's the youngest.
But he's just like, fine, you Mario.
And Eris, like not in theme, is just a like doctor.
Yeah. Oh my, actually, I'm trying to think. Were there ever? I don't think there were plague doctors in a Mario game.
No, I hope not.
The closest thing that I could think of were like these weird like little masked creatures. They're not Shy Guys, but they're in the same game as them in like Mario 2 or some shit.
Eris was a shy guy.
I guess that was Eris.
Weird.
Eris was just one of those like weird plague doctor. I think that they had a really weird name. I think their name was like Tweeters or some shit. Because they had little beaks. They kind of looked like birds, but they also look like plague doctors. It was a very weird enemy that I've never seen ever since.
Oh, bird.
Whatever the those things were from Mario 2, that's what Eris was.
Yeah, those ones. Whatever those were, I don't know. I've actually never seen them, so I don't even know.
Trying to think of another skit that I really like. Oh yes, the Danganronpa roleplay.
Oh, that was so intense, bro.
Oh my god.
I cried way more than I'd like to admit over it.
You have any idea how? Oh my god, I got so emotional during them. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, same here, dude. I mean, the emotions were so real. Holy crap.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've full on cried, but I definitely have gotten very, very close on several occasions.
I have.
Holy crap.
I was just like, oh my god.
And to think, the one behind it all was honestly more than fitting.
Yeah, when it just came to like everything here.
I haven't continued the second game because I have no idea who the mastermind will be.
Ah,
And I need to have that before I go any further past chapter 1.
gotcha.
Like a context for chapter 1 of the second game. Remember how we mentioned Rome's parents? Both of them are dead in that specific one.
Yeah, no.
Because they got food withheld from them, and Lorenzo was like, hey, just kill me and serve me to everybody else so they could have something to eat.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
To his wife.
My god.
Oh, yeah.
I was crying. I was just laying there like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was like, why do I do this to myself?
Bro, I was almost crying. Bro, when that happened, I started like, I was tearing up so bad.
I wasn't too emotional during that, but honestly, I could really feel it.
I could have done anything else, but somehow I'm just starting to cry over this.
And I come up with all the punishments, by the way, so they're like, oh,
And that makes it that's just great.
how does it get worse? I don't know. I think Rhea's execution was the saddest because her kids were there.
Ah, punishment, like, or whatever the hell it was.
Because she was the only one who was just like, okay, I accept my fate, let me die already.
Yeah, so like you did it. You made that. I got sad as hell.
Well, besides Xena, but it took a little bit for them to, say it.
I just after that happened, I was just like, oh my god. How does it get scarier?
It was. Why did I do that? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I make myself sad over my own character?
It happens and you just kind of got to go through it if you're doing it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't think of a more emotional execution than that. That is gut-wrenching.
Yeah. No, that alone made it like way more depressing.
Little cephalopods from a Nintendo game that we all just happened to play. I'm crying over them right now because their mom is dying.
Yep, and I honestly almost lost it when Xena was executed.
Yeah. No, and I just remember like for their sake, because just like, oh my god, I remember they all got like, oh no, it was very emotional.
Because Xena just kind of took it, like Rhea did. Both just kind of sat and took it.
Yeah, Xena and Rhea really took their executions.
You know how to write some stuff that ends up getting real emotional, though. It's like, damn, these are characters. Little characters that were made out.
Rhea was smiling. I remember I described that Rhea was just smiling at her kids before she got cooked alive.
And I'm crying over it.
That to me is the most horrifying part of the execution. I mean, honestly, it really speaks volumes.
Yeah, because Rhea doesn't have much development, but I know she really loves her kids. That's partially why she agreed to kill Lorenzo and feed them him.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want her kids to starve, but she also didn't want to disappoint her husband at the same time.
Yeah, at that point, I don't think you have any other choice.
I think that was actually the most disgusting scene, was when everyone figured out who they were eating Lorenzo.
Yeah, god damn, it was. Oh, it was.
And that's the thing to say because we also saw Eris beat the out of Shiver in the first game.
Oh, yeah. There was that, too.
Yeah,
Was there any more skits? I can't think of any.
just having a look through here.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just thinking, yeah, when it comes to the ones that I can really think of off the top of my head in particular, it's kind of hard.
How about the Madame Mayhem one?
Oh my god, Madame Mayhem was so good.
Oh, yeah.
It was very, very dramatic and also very telling of Eris's reputation around the world.
Yeah, I feel it's one of the best skits we've done to date.
Oh my god, yeah, wait. That one was good.
And she was like, "No, I'm getting my job." Told.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
There's two of them. There's a bunch of Madame Mayhem ones. I think we're talking about the first one, not the one, the recent one. Yeah, the one where she got her job.
Oh my god. That one was like stupidly dramatic. I mean, it was fitting for what it was, but damn.
She refused to take no for an answer.
Yeah, that's when she got arrested for existing.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, because it's just like, why did it have to be that way?
And to think Eris got arrested basically for just being herself, that's brutal. And looking back on it now, this was one of the first times outside of the Danganronpa roleplays where I roleplayed as my Octoling OC, Carol.
That's right. Yeah, no, Carol is also somebody that. Have you discussed at least before on here?
I've never discussed Carol here before,
Oh, gotcha.
so I'll discuss her real quick.
Yeah, might as well give her like a little rundown.
So Carol, compared to Soul Keen, yeah, she is a lot more reserved. And to clarify her age, Carol is 3 years older than Soul Keen, in which Carol was born in 1997, while Soul Keen was born in 2000, the same year as Eris. During the events of Splatoon 1, Carol was not part of the Octarian army. Instead, she rebelled against them. And for her quote unquote betrayal to the Octarian army, she was tortured by Octarian soldiers, which left her original green eyes now red, but she refused to give in. The Octarian army then attempted to execute her, but she ran off. She escaped into the forests near Soakin's tribe, after which Rome and Athena hunted down Carol and basically beat the life out of her, with Athena producing a nearly fatal shot to Carol's head, which could have and should have been fatal, but thanks to a couple members of Soakin's tribe being around at the time of the attack, Carol was able to be healed, and that's how she met Soakin. Yep, and then those two became pretty close. And after the events of the first Splatoon game, Carol doesn't have too much of significance other than the fact that she is forced to recover from her injury. But during the events of Splatoon 3, she does make a return and reunites with Soakin and reconciles with Rome and Athena. And in addition, she becomes companions with Aphrodite and Eris, most notably Eris, and Carol will stand up for anyone. She's a big time activist. And in the case of the Madame Mayhem skit, she furiously stood up for her and even managed to help Eris break out of prison. So compared to Soakin, who is very energetic and cheerful, Carol is a pretty serious person, but sometimes will let loose. And also
So
on the
basically, she is Soul Keen's Athena to Xena, kind of like opposites.
yes,
Yeah, no, they're also kind of the opposite. I just like how they go for the opposite species as well, where it's a hyperactive octoling and a more cold inkling. It's the opposite.
basically for Athena and Xena, Athena is energetic while Xena is a little more reserved. That's completely flipped around with Soakin and Carol, with Carol being the serious one and Soakin being the energetic one. Another thing about Carol, for all of who should know, being a rebel fighter is not all the stuff that Carol does. She's also a rap artist that goes under the alias Rebel C. And she, along with Aphrodite and Eris, form the band Takoyaki Soul Jazz.
That's also where the name Madame Mayhem comes from. That's Eris's stage name.
Yeah, no, it still and it works out just fine, and I think it's quite good. Yeah, just like a nice contrast.
For Aphrodite, her stage name is DJ Didi, which does sound a little weird in retrospect, but I honestly really like that.
DJ Deity, Aphrodite.
Oh, Deity. Deity. I've always pronounced it as Didi.
Yeah, no, it's Deity. It's all good though. Clarification, it works. It's fine.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and even though Carol is part of the band, she does often work on solo projects. But that doesn't mean she has pretty good ties with people outside of Soul Keen. And also, unlike Soul Keen, Carol does not have any romantic interest. She is arrow ace. So basically, meaning she has no sexual or romantic attraction to anyone. So you won't be seeing Carol having romantic feelings for someone anytime soon.
Most you see is like her friends. That's it.
Yes. Carol is more on the hunt for close friendships, and she finds that basically within Solokine, Athena's, and Rome's friend circle slash family circle as well.
Like, yeah, she'll still be around friends and whatnot, but when it comes to like any other like partners and things of that nature, not really.
Yeah, because I like to think that she gets along really well with Eris. They can both kind of have like some kind of understanding on basically almost dying, and nobody was really around for them when they were dying.
Just in general, they're very, very close and very alike, and just kind of when it comes to everything, I feel like they're just happy to have someone to relate to in any form.
And honestly, that makes a lot of sense here because I like to imagine that outside of Solokine, I feel that Eris is a very strong friend for Carol.
Yeah, and that they have someone that understands what they've been through.
Yeah, no, I feel like it just for their sake, it only really just kind of feels right for them.
I mean, apart from them, of course, we're both having red eyes, them ending up in near death situations, I really feel a genuine connection between those two.
Yeah, we should do more skits with them, like just hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely should. We should definitely do more skits surrounding Carol and Eris's friendship. Because I remember in chapter one of the first Danganronpa roleplay we did.
Yeah, she opened up to Carol about how she missed what she used to be like and who she was.
Oh yeah.
I always made her like more closed off from everyone, especially after she got sanitized. Because it was one of her like old friends that was like, "Hey, you should do this thing that everyone else is doing," and then it ends up almost killing her.
Yes, so
Yeah, like before Carol, she only liked talking to her girlfriend Naomi.
Yeah.
so in other terms, Eris really had trouble opening up to other people about her past. But Carol is one of the rare ones that would listen to her. I feel that that's what makes Eris and Carol such good friends.
Is there any other skits? I'm truly trying to think. I can't remember a lot. Because mainly I roleplay with Ira a lot, like in her own little private server. So like they kind of mesh together in my head, so I'm like, oh, remember that one? It was just me and Ira.
Yeah, but I think but yeah, no, I have been able to like differentiate them a little more, and I'm just really, I am having a little bit of struggle with trying to remember because there were a lot, just in general.
There's also there's also the one with Eris's new single.
Ooh, yeah. That caused like so much drama in our little universe.
Oh yeah.
Because like when I talked about the storyline where she like just kind of ran away and tried to kill Rome, at that time she really hated Athena because she was like, how the would you just leave us like this?
And this really speaks to the rivalry that Athena and Eris have.
Yeah, because it reminded her of what her old quote unquote friend did to her before she got sanitized.
And just from that kind of alone, it's just like, well, I don't think I have any reason of why I should even try trusting.
But around like modern day, she does come around and realize that Athena does acknowledge what she did was really terrible and she really regrets it.
Of course, sometimes those comments will still come out from time to time, but it's nowhere near as frequent and it's nowhere near as. Because, yeah, a lot of the time it is just very hurtful and kind of things to be saying.
Yeah, Eris has gotten a little more friendly instead of backhandedly commenting on her every single time she's like there.
Yeah, me too. And it's just nice to see just how much it can grow after something like that and just how much, like, stuff could end up changing. And in this case, yeah, for the better.
Even though Athena and Eris were rivals, I really feel that they are really starting to come along with the skits we have done.
Yeah, I think after that, after they started making amends, they could really start going back into like their sisterhood they had beforehand. Especially now that Roman and Athena are married.
Oh yeah. No, that's very, very true.
Like the best way I could describe their relationship right now is Eris is like, no one makes fun of her except for me.
That does work. That does feel like a best way you could really describe it at that point.
Like they still bump heads, but they're not like out for blood like they always used to be.
And even then, after a while, it only really felt like Eris was the one that kept going for the blood.
Yeah, because Eris was just like, I make fun of you every time I see you, and then he was like, why are you doing this to me?
The single that she made on Athena, and the fact that it was so like descriptive, like, oh, what do I want to do to Athena?
That's how it's supposed to start out as, and then she's like, you make me feel like Athena,
And then it's just like, damn.
even though Athena hasn't done that for like years.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, damn. At that point, what is she doing? She's just kind of existing.
She's just kind of breathing, and then Eris is like, stop it.
Yeah, she just kind of breathed in her general direction.
She just kind of breathes near her, and then she's like, what is wrong with you? Leave me alone.
Honestly, I don't know what else to say about this other than I can see a better future for them.
Shit, yeah, no, I can see that. Oh my god, yeah, oh my. You know, she was trying to, like, she's finally feeling, like, better, and then next thing you know,
Yeah, just when Eris was making a good turnaround, she gets killed.
oh man, what a nice thing to happen. I wonder how it'll be resolved the next morning.
She's opening up, she's talking about her feelings, she's dead the next morning. What a nice character arc. I wonder if this character will make it into the next morning.
I was just like, aw.
I originally planned just for her to die because I didn't want to write for her, but then I started actually getting into it and I was like, damn it, I actually have to go through with this now.
There's no real, like, other real way to go about it. That's just the best way you can really describe it at that point.
Yep, honestly, indeed it is. That really reminds me of the first kill done in the first Danganronpa roleplay that we did. But then again, in that sequence, Aphrodite was framed for killing Eris.
Yeah, even though she didn't do all she did was get up and then got framed for it. She was just doing the laundry for everyone, and then Shiver was like, hey, you mind if I pin this murder on you?
It's like, yeah, can you take the blow for this?
Yeah, can you take the heat for this one? And she's like, what? And then she dies.
And it's just like, well, looks like you're out of a sister, Athena.
Poor Athena, damn, she lost her sister like first day up in there. So did Rome. What the They lost all their siblings.
Yeah, Christ. Yeah, God, that was, oh my God.
Like throughout that whole game, they just lost their siblings.
Yeah, no, I remember that, and it was sad.
Yeah, basically, that's what Shiver did. All because of her.
I don't even remember if I gave her a motive why she even wanted to do that. I think she just wanted to have fun. I know the motive of the next, what's it called? The next mastermind, but I can't remember Shivers.
I know that that Shiver's motive was a deal that she made with Monokuma.
Oh, right. I forgot. Oh my god.
It's just like, you know what? I have an idea.
At one point, I wasn't even considering Shiver to be the mastermind. When we got close to the end, I thought it was going to be Naomi.
Damn, that would actually be really, really cool. It's just like, oh, nah, I did it.
Damn, Naomi, the cute little woman that doesn't do shit. That's actually a really good plot twist now that you make me think about that.
I almost thought maybe it could have been one of the Squid sisters. At like,
Except they died in chapter 3.
it was that early? Damn, I forgot.
Yeah, or it technically was chapter 3 because we went in this weird order where it wasn't by chapter that the games go by.
Ah. Okay, damn. I had no idea who it was. I'll just say that then. Yeah, no, then until the Shiver thing popped up. Now I'm just like, well, guess I'll have to learn what might happen the next mastermind here.
Masterminds. It's 2 of them this time around.
Or masterminds, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I wouldn't think there's any chance that Shiver would be the mastermind twice.
No, she learned her lesson.
Yeah. After the first time, it's like, nope, never again.
Yep, never again, she said. Never again.
Yeah, she was very much pushing guilt onto others, but not really pulling it to herself.
Yeah, but then again, the way I portrayed Shiver in the first Danganronpa roleplay, I think I did a pretty good job on it. Especially when she was pushing guilt onto Fry.
Yeah, poor Fry. I was trying to defend her so hard.
Yeah, damn. Even when not in the actual game itself, yeah, that motherfucker ain't catching a break.
Exactly. She can't even catch a break in this game.
Yep.
Yeah, God. No matter what, at this point, she's just gone.
It's one of my most favorite parts of the entire roleplay. I mean, that was so good. There is one more thing I would like to touch on before we call it quits here. And I would like to touch on some of the interesting moments we had while playing Splatoon.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered one that off the top of my head, and this one's a classic. And I think about it pretty regularly. And it was during one of the big runs. It was where I kept accidentally falling into the UFO or whatever it was.
You kept getting killed by those things.
Yeah, the freaking slamming wood. Yes. Oh my god.
It's funny because I knew how to kill him. I was just trying to bait him, but I couldn't swim out in time.
It's still a habit to this day for me to tell Ira to move away from the slamming lids.
Oh my gosh.
So I was just like, oh, I guess I'm dead. So every time I get near those, all I could think,
I know, but it's just such a big habit now.
damn, I know how to take them, but it's just like what?
Yes.
All from that night of just do not.
Do not.
Yeah, yes, I remember the meme from that night. I remember the meme.
I do too.
Oh God, here it is.
I made like 2 of them, I remember.
Oh yes, yes, you made 2. You made 2. Oh yes, the do not. Do not.
Do not. That's what it felt like when I tried to tell him not to just get near those slamming lids.
This pissed skeleton.
That's what it felt like trying to get him to move away from it.
Oh my god. Oh, well, one of the times Ira got killed, that Kestrel, you and I were standing on top of the slamming lid when it came down on Ira.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was like we killed him personally.
Yes, we killed him. Yeah, definitely felt like we killed him, Kestrel.
It was motivated.
Motivated as hell.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
I remember like I was laughing so hard I got like a headache, like a really bad headache after.
I remember that night so vividly. It was so funny.
Oh my god.
That's a running theme I feel like I notice every time I hop on a call. I laugh so hard I get headaches.
Oh my god.
Like almost every time I get off the call, I'm like, oh my god, my head.
I did too, I remember.
Because every time I'm done with a call or whenever a call's done, I'm just like, I think it's time for me to just not verbally speak for the rest of the night. I'm gonna shut my brain off and fall asleep.
Like, oh my god, my head is gonna explode.
Yes, yeah, but it's like your brain is ready to burst out of your head.
Basically, yeah.
It was, yeah. No, it was a classic. Oh my god, now I'm ready for the next pick run. Like more. Just from that reason alone.
Yeah, yep, and Ira, remember, stay away from the slamming lids. You hear us?
Yeah. No more slamming links for you.
You're not gonna stop me.
No, do not.
No, Ira, stop! Ira, stop!
Do.
I'm gonna turn it. Every time I say do not, I think about the skeleton with just Athena's hair slapped onto it.
Found something better. Wait, hold on.
I'm seriously thinking about making an edit that.
It's all happy instead. Do.
I'm waiting.
Do. Do.
Do. Why does it look like that?
Let's be going to the slamming lids. Do.
I'm waiting.
No, Ira, no.
Do. Do.
I don't know how to swim away.
Ira, no. We can't keep reviving you after you've just run into them.
So, Ira, do not go anywhere near slamming lids. Do not.
Fine. No, I'm kidding.
Do not.
Ira, yeah, Ira, do not. Do not. Do not, Ira.
Not do. No. Do not. I'm gonna leave you to die next time that happens. I'm gonna look at your little life ring and just jump on it.
Oh my
And
god.
run.
Oh my god. Yep. Yep. That's your warning, Ira. Do not. Or Soakine and Athena will leave you to die.
Do not, or you're gonna be left for dead.
You two down.
You need to be careful and you're not listening to my warnings.
Oh damn. I'm trying to remember what other things were there?
I think just individually, remember the last Splatfest? I got so mad at somebody in Tricolor. I was like, I think you're pregnant.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my god, I remember that. I remember that.
I think you're pregnant.
Oh. I think you're pregnant.
Oh.
I don't even know what crossed my mind to say that. I just like kind of thought of it, and then I was like, "Hey, Ira, I was thinking about it," and I was like, first thing that came to my mind when someone killed me, I was gonna say, "I think you're pregnant."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It just had to come out.
I don't even know what that has to do with anything. I just kind of thought it up, and it just made no sense.
Oh, there's always something that likes to come out. There's always weird, funny things that just kind of come out.
That is the most random thing you've ever said, Kestrel. Honestly, the most random thing ever.
I always have some random thoughts. Especially when I'm alone with Ira, I ask him some really, really stupid questions.
Yeah, no, there's always questions like that. I don't know. I give really weird responses though. Like I'm just like I don't know. Dance while it happens.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, what would you do if I came to your house right now and shoved my toe in your ear?
What? Oh my god.
I ask him stuff like that all the time.
But why not? Oh, okay.
He's like, I'd like you. I don't know, something like that.
It's some form of variation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like you. That's sort of it feels like you say almost every single time.
Another notable moment I could think of that happened in Splatoon between the three of us were on 2 occasions. We each won a 100x battle in Splatfest on the same night.
I remember that was the Idol Splatfest.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been. It was like, wasn't it during the Shiver Fry Big Man Splatfest? I remember that one.
Yes, and it also happened during the Ice Cream Splatfest.
Oh yeah, because that's when we won our first 100x. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
I remember that very vividly. It was great.
Because we never encountered one beforehand.
Oh man, no, we were it's great. And we just no, I remember when the time came to play, we did not talk, I think, until like the very
We didn't talk like at all.
We didn't talk at all until like maybe within the last like few seconds. The last few seconds we started just talking again and we were just like, "Oh my god, what? Let's see what happened."
Honestly, even though the three of us weren't on the same team, I honestly was super damn proud of you guys there.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like surreal to have some form of good win like that happen.
It was just like, it never happened before, and we played every Splatfest.
And honestly, couldn't have been more perfect than that.
Oh, that was amazing.
It was so fun, I remember.
And then just under 2 hours later, I won a 100x battle myself.
And we all had our firsts that night.
Yeah, until then, yeah, I just never saw like a 100x. I rarely even saw 10x's.
Yep.
Like, I want to get one. I've never experienced those yet.
So by the time it happened, I was like, oh my god. Now I wonder how it is for people that have the 333x's pop up.
I've participated in one 33x battle.
I've never seen one of those in my life.
I haven't gotten to yet.
In the case of my first 100x battle win, my heart was almost beating out of my chest the entire match. Oh my god, I was so freaking nervous.
Well, yeah.
I was just like trying to be as quiet as I could because I was like, if I slip up, I'm probably gonna lose.
Yeah, for some reason I thought if we remain quiet, we'll win. And we did.
Yeah, so I just made sure to just like didn't think about anything else. I just kept my eyes on the screen until the end of the game.
Yep, I was doing the same thing as well. I mean, even with 5 seconds left, my heart was just about to burst out of my chest.
With me, I have this thing where when I'm really concentrated on stuff, I hold my breath, and I think I didn't breathe half the match.
What?
Oh my god! You were that
Because I was just sitting there with my breath held, and I was just like, please, I gotta win.
oh man.
Oh my god, Kestrel.
I do that while I'm drawing too. I hold my breath for no reason. I remember looking it up. It's called work apnea.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
And it just had to come out during
It's like sleep apnea, except you're actually awake during Splatfest. That's why sometimes I get all quiet when I play, because I'm like holding my breath. Ira, you ever recognize that? That I'm just like quiet?
no, I kinda get it. Yeah, because like sometimes we're playing and I'm just like, God damn, you're a lot quieter than I was expecting. Because I'm like, are you even there? Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm holding my breath so I win.
There you go. I guess that works out.
Sometimes it does, not all the time, but sometimes it does.
I feel like the difficulty spike playing Splatoon 3 in general is just kind of wow for me.
To have the three of us win a 100x battle ourselves on the same night, that honestly is crazy.
No, it was so cool. I remember it. It was just so good.
Then 2 months later, in the Shiver for 5 Big Man Splatfest, it happened again.
God, that one just felt like a war. That one was just an actual war.
And it happened so often too.
Yeah, like it was like just one of those things where you're just like, oh my god, you just kind of had to be there. And when you like see like what happened, it was just like scary.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially on social media, everyone was out for each other's throats.
Yeah, holy crap. And even to think that time around, when we each won our respective 100x battles on the same night, as opposed to the first time around, I was the first one to get my 100x battle win before you two.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, oh my god, damn, already?
Like, that was fast as hell.
Yeah, it was. It was 10 past 2 in the morning where I live when I won my 100x battle.
God, I'm trying to even remember how late it was when we won ours.
It was 3:30 in the morning my time when you guys won your 100x battle.
Oh my god, we were winning that in the middle of the night. That's wild.
Oh yeah, it was 12 in my area, I remember now.
Yeah, no, so yeah, for me that was 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, who up winning Splatfests?
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was just like I know for sure that it was at least one that we got to win during that.
And my Splatfest will win that night was not the only 100x battle I won in that Splatfest. I would go on to win 3 more of them.
I don't remember how many we won. I just remember it was a lot.
I don't even know what to say when it came to that one. It was a very overwhelming Splatfest.
It was just kind of normal and average.
It was fun, but it was very overwhelming.
It was easily the craziest Splatfest I've ever been a part of.
I thought it was cool because the Big Run was going on at the same time, so if I didn't like it, I would just go to Big Run.
Yeah, so it's just like, shit, you got 2 options.
Actually, the big run was right before that Splatfest.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
I thought it was during it. My memory is a little weird.
If they do have that happen, that'd be amazing. I want a Splatfest big run.
I would scream. I don't know. I would be excited.
If that happens, I'm honestly going to be speechless. But then again, I would honestly choose the Splatfest.
Yeah, it's just like whichever.
I would try to do a good mixture of both. Play a little Splatfest, play a little Big Run.
Yeah, no, I feel like just being able to kind of get a good balance of the both. I know the Splatfests are like the big major part, but I'm just kind of like sometimes if it gets a little too much, you could just go head to big run, and if that happens, then do whatever at that point.
Yep. And also, what we talked about winning 100x battles late at night, that brought up something that's been happening to me when I've been winning 100x battles.
It's always at night. It's never during the day. I've always recognized that.
Yeah, I always feel like just in general, getting on the game and playing at night is usually just like better. I don't know, something about playing the game at night is just kind of better. You just kind of get it. I don't know, because yeah, whenever I turn on like a game during the day, like when it's like super bright out, I don't know, I'm just not nearly as like into it, or like I'll just kind of I don't feel like I'm playing nearly my best. Yeah, every time I try to play something in the day, man, I can't do this.
Yeah. I have to play things at night. Well, certain things at least.
Yeah, but the thing that's been happening with me is that whenever I'm on my last set of battles for the night, that's when the 100x battles come up for me.
Yeah, thinking about it, I haven't really like since like the Shiver Fry and Big Man Splatfest, I haven't really seen many like 100X's.
Actually, no, we saw some last Splatfest, but we lost them all.
Oh yeah, I know. The spawn camping that happened last Splatfest was ridiculous. So it was just kind of hard to get around it. But yeah, no, that was like the last time I really remember seeing a 100X.
I think I'm fine at them, but I get too stressed out and I don't breathe.
Yeah, no, and then I don't know. I just get too stressed out at times.
That's honestly fair enough. For me, I don't get too stressed out because I mostly listen to music when I play. So it really gets me focused.
Yeah, no, I feel like having the music on kind of would help out like a ton.
We should start doing that. We have a music bot in our server.
When I do play like games and if I'm playing alone, I usually do try to throw on some form of music. I'm either watching like some sort of like big long like deep dive video into something or like listening to a bunch of music or something of that nature.
We should put music on so we could stop screaming.
And honestly, I feel you two should. It really helped me, so I think it can help you too.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's something I definitely think could be the case because I hate how stressed out I get, and I'm just like I don't really have a lot of good ways to calm myself down between matches or have enough time to. So I think I just need that.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the music can really help you guys.
I think we should do that. That sounds like a good idea. I can make us a nice little playlist to put on during Spotfest.
Oh yeah. No, that'd be amazing. You could do like a little collab album to like throw a bunch of stuff on.
Whenever I listen to music, it not only helps me focus, but I also feel at the same time it helps me improve my play a lot more. I feel regardless of what it is, I think it could help you a lot. Who knows? Maybe you two can be just as good as I am. Honestly, whether I listen to music whenever I play Splatoon games or not, I just really enjoy the games.
No, that's kind of how it is with me too.
Me too. That's what I do most of the time. I don't play it as often as I used to, but I like engaging with just content of it in general.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it feels like for me as well. Like even if I might not be playing it as much, I'm just kind of like, eh. It's not gonna stop me from looking at a bunch of this stuff and honestly just kind of having a good time and regardless of yeah no because it feels like one of those things where it's like regardless of if you even play the game or not, it's still something you can have a good time on.
And honestly, that's how I feel. I've been playing Splatoon for nearly a year, and honestly, when I got on the hook, I just stayed hooked. I mean, I honestly can't put into enough words how awesome the Splatoon series is. I mean, I can't get enough of it.
When it comes to the IPs and everything that Nintendo has had just kind of out, it's very much up there. I don't know if I would say yeah, just depending on who you are, like you could like it like more than certain franchises, but yeah, no, I think Splatoon's easily like right next to Mario for me.
They're fun, and I like the little designs of everything.
I still prefer, of course, yeah, I'm still gonna prefer Mario, but the Splatoon games in general, they're great. It's amazing.
Yeah, honestly, just everything about the Splatoon series, it really puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, like it's just kind of hard to not go in, see Splatoon, and just kind of be like, it's good.
I mean, and honestly, I'm just gonna say this out loud. Oh no, I think I'm gonna freaking cry. Oh my god, oh my god. If it honestly weren't for you two showing you your Splatoon highlights, I don't think I would be enjoying Splatoon this much. I mean, you two are the main reason why I'm involved in the Splatoon series in the first place.
I didn't really think anything would come of it. I just really like sharing my interests and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's just kind of cool to share it more, cause yeah, when the game was first coming out, it was just like we were just really just could not really like yeah, when we had the chance to like talk to anybody else about it, we would. So whenever that would be the case, we'd go in, we'd talk about it, and then it was just like I think at some point we were just like, I wonder if we could get him to get into it. Or at least that's kind of what I thought, and like I was like thinking, I was like, damn, I wonder if this could be the case, and it was.
Yep, it honestly was meant to be, Ira. It really was meant to be. From the moment you and Kestrel shared your highlights, my intrigue was through the roof. And when Side Order and the I.N.K DLC was announced, I just couldn't contain myself. I was just like, I had to play this. And now, nearly a year later, it's honestly one of my favorite game series of all time. I honestly can't put into enough words how thankful I am that you two even brought this game series up to me. I mean, it's just absolutely wonderful.
There's just something about that. I just was like, because yeah, I didn't really think I was gonna be nearly as like crazy into it, but I was just like, I wanna play this game again. I feel like now that there's a new entry coming out, it feels more than fine to give this game a chance, sit down, play it again. Maybe it might be better than when I last remembered playing it in 2, because I remember after a while I didn't like it nearly as much, and I was honestly a little like, damn, why did I buy this game? then I just was like, maybe I just need to sit back and just kind of wait and give it another shot. And I think it was just better to wait until the next game came out. And it felt great to actually just experience a brand new game from this IP for like the first time.
Yeah, that honestly was kind of the same thing with me. I mean, like I mentioned in the last episode of Angel Rise, when I first teased this episode, I said, if you were to come up to me today and ask me about Splatoon, I would barely know anything. But come up to me now, and I would know almost everything. I just have so much I just have so much fun with the Splatoon series. From the times we play to the edits and artwork of our OCs that we make to the skits we do. Honestly, I honestly really can't put into enough words how thankful I am to even have played this series in the first place.
I didn't think it would make such a big impact. That's why I'm like so quiet. I'm just like, oh, wow.
But yeah, no, I knew people that really loved Splatoon or that were like huge Splatoon fans when I was like back when the first game came out, but I was just kind of I don't know what was up with me at that point. I just did not really care for it at that time because I was really young and didn't really like know much about a lot of other games. But yeah, when I got older, I was just like, wait, really, really good.
But really, I really have to thank you two for getting me into this series in the first place. I feel Splatoon is a massive part of our friendship now. I'm just very happy and very thankful for that chance to see what you guys have experienced and for it to be as good as it is. I just really gotta say thank you to you too. I mean, really.
Same thing. I'm just so like surprised and taken aback that it means so much to you. This cephalopod game that we showed you.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, thank you too. I can't say this enough, but you two are the freaking best. Honestly, the freaking best.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, honestly, it really has had a massive impact on me. I just everything about it. I really can't put into enough words how thankful I am. It really does mean the world.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and I don't know what me and Ira would be doing with our little characters right now.
I don't think if I didn't join, I really don't think the Ink Squad would even exist.
God, because yeah, no, it was like, damn. Now realizing, I was like, the fact that it's our initials for our names, it's just like, wow, how fitting for it to spell out ink right there.
Yeah, it's really tough for me to imagine what life would be like without Splatoon. Soul Keen wouldn't exist, and Roman Athena wouldn't be as developed, and some of our other OCs may not have existed in the first place. But I'm just really happy that this all happened.
Yeah.
And I just think like, yeah, no, this is so good.
And to know that we are collectively known as the Ink Squad, it just makes all the more sense.
Yeah, it's just like perfect.
Forever and onwards, the Splatland's best turf war team. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that officially concludes episode 41 of Angel Rise.
This is one hell of an episode.
I had such a fun time making this episode. So, Kestrel and Ira, I would like to thank you once again for coming along on this episode. I don't think this episode would be complete without you guys.
I'm happy to be on an episode again.
The fact this is my first time being on this has been really fun. I'm really happy about it.
Honestly, I'm really happy to hear that. You two honestly deserve the chance, and I could not pass it up. So really, thank you two so much for joining.
Yeah, no problem.
What a fun.
Yep, honestly, it really was a lot of fun. Honestly, one of my favorite episodes I've recorded to date. This episode was basically almost a year in the making. For all those watching, if you did enjoy this episode, feel free to leave a like and share this with your loved ones. Spread the word about Angel Rise and the Lord Nicolina YouTube channel. And for those who are new here and would like to join this journey of mine, then please feel free to subscribe to join the Blue and White Angel Brethren today. Click on the notification bell as well when you subscribe so that you are notified whenever I release new content. And check out my other videos too. And also check out Kestrel and Ira's channels. They've got some good stuff on there. As a whole, thank you all so much for watching this very special episode of Angel Rise. I hope you all have a great day or night whenever you are watching this. Until we meet again, my name is Lord Nicolina. Be strong, stay positive, and as always, God bless.